I am Joe Giuliano, joined by Soccer Sam here on the pregame show. Sammy, welcome to this very unique setup here for the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders from Quest Field in Seattle tonight.
Kind of a last-minute emergency duty here, and got some sad news to report for the Rhino family.
We need to start off by sending our condolences, our thoughts and prayers to Don Stevens and his family. This morning at 2 a.m., Don Stevens' mother passed away. And nothing but our thoughts and prayers to Don and his family. So tonight what's going to happen is Soccer Sam and I are going to broadcast the match, watching USL Live and presenting all the action to you over the WYSL airwaves. And it'll be a unique situation. We'll do our best to bring you all the exciting action from Seattle. But once again, the important story here tonight is Don Stevens and his family. We wish them, again, all our condolences and prayers out to Don Stevens, who's in Victoria, British Columbia, to spend time with his family at this very sad moment.
You know, you talk about destiny in life. Don's on the West Coast trip, doing the Portland thing, doing the California thing, on his way to, obviously, tonight to Seattle. And then, you know, his mom, who he hadn't seen since last year, passed away. So, again, the best to Don and his family and everyone. Our thoughts and prayers are out with you. But, Joe, tonight, baby, let's do this thing. This is different. Let's get in the zone here, baby. I had a little accident this morning, a motorcycle accident, so I'm having some problems talking, but I fell off my big wheel. But I hope everything works out, and I hope I don't lose any of my teeth while I'm talking to you tonight.
Let's get to the business at hand. Tonight, the Rhinos playing their fourth match of a 5-game road trip. They're taking on the Seattle Sounders at the beautiful Quest Field. Now, that's a stadium that you've been to several times for the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders. 67,000 seats. They had 2,500 fans last week. What is it like to have a stadium that big but that empty?
It's like my head. It's like my head without a brain. I mean, it's pretty bad. But, Joe, it's unfortunate. But tonight, they did have a great attendance for the opener. I'd say 5,000 or 6,000 tonight. I'm hoping for them. But, Joe, the big news right now, this is kind of a homecoming again for Laurie Calloway. Seattle is one of the first cities that he ever played in as a pro in American soccer. When he was playing for San Jose, the first stop he made was in Seattle, his stomping grounds. Let's go to catch Coach Calloway live at Quest Field.
Coach, we know you're busy prepping the guys for the match tonight. Thanks for your time. We won't take up too long here, but welcome to the pregame show, and how's everything going out west?
Thanks, guys. Thanks, yeah. We're out here in the warm-up right now, both teams on the field. It's raining a little, not unusual for the Northwest, I guess, but it's a nice night, not too cold, and guys are looking forward to it.
Coach, you've had almost a week since the Portland match. How's the preparation been out on the West Coast?
It's been good. We've been able to use the Starfire facility, which is Seattle's training headquarters. Beautiful facility with turf, the same as the Quest Field here. We worked on fitness on Tuesday. Ran the guys hard. Some of the guys need it. You know, Ambersley and guys Kraft. The guys are just coming back. Then on Thursday we worked on finishing, and then on Tuesday we worked on fitness, Wednesday we worked on finishing, and Thursday we worked on our defending shape, and had to make a change with Aloisi not being able to play, and Kevin Novak coming in at right back. So just getting the guys on the same page, trying to get some shutouts in his next 2 games. We scored in 5 of the 6 games so far, so if we start getting shutouts, a good chance we're going to win some games, even on the road. So those are the things we've been trying to emphasize, and it's been a good week. The weather here has been fantastic, pleasant, sunny, and as you know, it's a beautiful place to be. So not that the guys have been getting too much time to see the scenery, but it's not a bad place to be on the road.
Well, Coach, you said about Chris Aloisi, he's out tonight, head concussion. How is Boom Boom doing, Ray Boom Boom Martinez?
Well, he just got an elbow to the face late in the game. He didn't have any repercussions from that. Bloody nose, that was it. He's going to come off the bench tonight, and you know, we'd like to see his pace and Diallo's pace in the second half. Johnny Menyonger will be starting up front with Deli, and Ambersley's coming in for his first start. We need Ambersley's ability to get a hold of the ball and you know, passing ability. So with him and Johnny and you know, a few more people able to get a hold of the ball, hopefully we'll have a better result tonight.
Well, Coach, we know you're on the pitch and warming the guys up for the game. We'll talk to you on the post-game show. Thanks for your time, and best of luck out in Seattle tonight.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Laurie Calloway, the head coach of the Rochester Raging Rhinos. The Rhinos entering the match tonight with a record of 2 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties, 7 points in the USL First Division. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at the matchup tonight. It's the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders right here on WYSL News 1040 AM.
Listening carefully? Now, Time Warner Digital Phone is just $29.95 a month for the first 6 months. The best deal ever on the best phone package around. Thousands have switched from Frontier, the digital phone with unlimited calling, anywhere in the U.S., Canada, and Puerto Rico. And you'll get caller ID on TV, voicemail, and enhanced 911 service, too. So, talk all you want with digital phone, only from Time Warner Cable. Call 756-1969 right now.
Standard price applies after promotional period. Some restrictions apply, not available in all areas.
Hey, it's Tulio here, and if you're looking for a different car buying experience, you need to go to Menyonger Chevy Buick. There you can relax, have a hot cup of fresh coffee, and talk sports with the guys. And trust me, you can have fun at a car dealership. Menyonger offers lifetime oil changes, lifetime car washes, evening service hours, and loaner cars. And right now, there's an incredible selection of great cars and trucks. The guys at Menyonger are the truck specialists. You can also find everything online at Menyonger.com. Menyonger Chevy Buick, 10 minutes from Monroe Avenue in Pittsburgh, a short drive down Clover Street in Honeywood Falls.
Are you looking for a health club that offers everything? The Harrow East Athletic Club, Rochester's hidden jewel, offers several floors of fitness and unlimited use of their 25-yard pool, spa, sauna, indoor track, squash and racquetball courts, Pilates, yoga, strength training and cycling, certified personal trainers, nutritionists, and athletic trainers, along with plenty of free parking. Come visit the Harrow East Athletic Club and meet their knowledgeable staff that can help you obtain your fitness goals. The Harrow East Athletic Club is located at 400 Andrew Street. For more information, call 546-1000. That's 546-1000.
Hi, this is Gary Mervis, chairman and founder of Camp Good Days. For the past 28 years, Camp Good Days has been there to help meet the needs of children and their families whose lives have been touched by cancer. The majority of our programs have been geared towards serving children or adults dealing with cancer. However, we are now in the process of establishing a new program to meet the needs of young adults ages 18 to 27 who are dealing with cancer. As with all the programs at Camp Good Days, the Young Adult Program will provide innovative and unique support to this special population and is offered free of charge for the participants. If you are someone dealing with cancer between the ages of 18 and 27, or if you know of someone who would fall into this category and would like to learn more about the new Young Adult Program at Camp Good Days, please call us at 585-624-5555 or check out campgooddays.org. Because anyone with cancer deserves good days and special times.
Raging Rhinos Soccer on your local sports leader,
WYSL.
Welcome back to the Rhinos pregame show sponsored by Perry's Ice Cream. I am Joe Giuliano. We're getting you ready tonight for the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders kickoff at 10:30 p.m. Soccer Sam and myself will have all the action. We are now joined by the Vice President and General Manager of the Rochester Raging Rhinos, Mr. Matthew Ford. And, Matt, welcome to the pregame show. What a setup we have here tonight. We've got some beautiful monitors going, and we're going to call it from home and see how it goes.
Yeah, it's definitely unique, but, you know, when the going get tough, the tough get going, and you guys have stepped up, and thanks to John Catalano and his crew, we've got a good setup here, and looks like we can watch the game and give the fans at home a chance to, have a Rhinos flavor tonight. So it's going to be business as usual for the most part, and hopefully we can do Don proud and think of him, hopefully get a win too.
We are very excited to give this thing a shot tonight. Busy week for you guys here at Paytech Park. The U.S. Under-20 national team came, and I thought we saw a great level of play.
Yeah, it was a nice event to have, a great event, particularly for our season ticket holders, and I think, we introduced Paytech Park to a lot of new soccer fans in the area to see those 200 Argentina fans, based out of Rochester, come out and really get behind their team. Obviously, they have some passion, and it was good to see that. It's good to see that caliber of soccer, too. I mean, obviously, with Josimar and Adu, we saw some great players on the U.S. team, and Argentina team very solid as well. So it was a great night of soccer for Rochester, and it's always nice to host the U.S. national team.
Sammy and I in the post-game show have been maybe crying a little bit, but hoping for a creative midfielder maybe to fall into our lap here in Rochester. What's the market looking like for maybe some new signings?
Coach and I have been talking extensively, even while he's been on the road, about adding to the team. We have 2 roster spots available right now, and there's a couple of key positions we're looking to add strength and depth in, and the European seasons are coming to a close, so there's going to be some players available there, and we're still keeping our eye on the local domestic talent too. So we're definitely looking to add to the team. It's just seeing who comes through this road trip and see where our gaps are to fill at that point, and make some decisions and make some moves.
Yeah, what about you mentioned the European season? Any friendlies in the works? I know Aston Villa is coming to Toronto. Benfica is coming to Toronto. Has there been any developments on that front?
We tried to get a game against Aston Villa, but they've got an abbreviated trip, and we couldn't actually work something out with them. We are talking to several other First Division clubs through some agents in the States, and we hope to land one or two of those in the July window, second, third week of July. So it'll be nice to bring some top-level European teams in again.
And before we let you go, the Rhinos women's team getting things going in full gear. Peter Amos doing a great job with them. A little update there.
Yeah, Peter's finally got most of his squad assembled. The team's looking good. He's added some international players and some top prospects from the top NCAA programs, and it really is coming together. It's nice to see the team assembled, and Peter's doing a great job out there, and we have an exhibition game in MCC at 2 o'clock on Sunday against Hamilton, so that's our last chance to gear up for the home opener on the 25th against Toronto. So we're looking for a great season. Obviously, we're in the playoffs, and we want to have a good season and build up to that playoff weekend, first weekend of August.
Well, Matt, stick around for this unique situation tonight.
Looking forward to it.
Okay. Matthew Ford, the Vice President and GM for the Rochester Raging Rhinos, joining us here on the Rhinos pregame show, sponsored by Perry's Ice Cream. Coming back more with the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders on the pregame show on WYSL News 1040 AM.
Rochester Rattlers Lacrosse is back at Paycheck Park for the 2007 season. The Rattlers take on the Washington Bayhawks on Saturday, May 26th at 7:35. Come see John Grant, Brody Merrill, Casey Powell, and the rest of your Rattlers as they begin their quest for the MLL Championship. Tickets available at the Paycheck Park box office, Ticketmaster.com, or call 232-1900 to charge by phone.
Are you looking for a health club that offers everything? The Harrow East Athletic Club, Rochester's hidden jewel, offers several floors of fitness and unlimited use of their 25-yard pool, spa, sauna, indoor track, squash and racquetball courts, Pilates, yoga, strength training and cycling, certified personal trainers, nutritionists, and athletic trainers, along with plenty of free parking. Come visit the Harrow East Athletic Club and meet their knowledgeable staff that can help you obtain your fitness goals. The Harrow East Athletic Club is located at 400 Andrew Street. For more information, call 546-1000. That's 546-1000.
The Rhinos are back in action on Sunday, May 27th, 6:05 against Miami FC. Come and see all the action as your Rhinos continue their quest for the USL First Division Championship. It's Italian night. The first 10,000 fans receive a magnetic schedule courtesy of Salvatore's Pizza. Group tickets available for 10 or more. Call 454-KICK for more information. Tickets available at the Paytech Park box office, Ticketmaster.com, or call 232-1900 to charge by phone. Come see why we are Soccer Town, USA.
At Notnagel Realtors, all fans get that hometown advantage. Find all listings on notnagel.com, Rochester's favorite real estate website. Or do you want your information quicker? If you have a cell phone with internet access, go to mobile.notnagel.com. You'll have the MLS in the palm of your hand. Moving can be so stressful. Not with Notnagel. Every customer has their very own personal services coordinator to assist them with home-related products and services before, during, and after the sale. Notnagel Client Perks Division saves you time and money. Call any Notnagel agent or 899-MOVE today. Notnagel Realtors. Best agents. Best website.
Raging Rhinos Soccer on your local sports leader.
WYSL.
Welcome back. This is the Rhinos pregame show, sponsored by Perry's Ice Cream. Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam. A thank you to Lori Calloway and Matthew Ford for joining us on our first two segments tonight as we prepare you for the Rochester Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders tonight from Quest Field. Last season, the Rhinos went 2-0 against the Seattle Sounders. All time, the Rhinos have a record of 6 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie. Last season, they had 2-1 wins in both matches, and former Rhino and now current Sounders midfielder Greg Howes scored in one of those games As we all know, Howes did sign with Seattle as a free agent in the off-season. That's the club he began his career with in 2000. The Rhinos this year are led by a couple of guys who have 2 goals, Johnny Menyonger, and check this out, defender Scott Palguda also has 2 goals this year for the Rhinos, and he earned his 8th career USL First Division Team of the Week honors. Not bad for the young defender.
I'm telling you, Scott Palguda is going to be one of the big, bright stars for this team this season. It's starting off. Kids love him, fans love him, they appreciate his soccer. The young girls, they want to join Scotty's Hotties, and I saw you got the little badge you're wearing tonight. But I think it's important to have that, and Scott Palguda is the real deal, baby.
The Rhinos have also added a couple guys to the West Coast swing of the trip here. Aaron Kiwi Lyons has joined the team, and midfielder defender Josh Bolton. They met the team in Seattle on Thursday. Both of those players are available for action tonight and Sunday. Bonsu out of the lineup due to the red card against Portland, and also, I believe, Aloisi.
Yes, Aloisi with concussion. Coach talked about Boom Boom Martinez. He'll be all right for maybe second-half substitution. But big news here. Next week, the Rhinos are at home. We know that on the 27th, Sunday, Italian night, a tribute to Joe Capogreco, 6 p.m. start. On the 26th is Josh Bolton's birthday. Kid, he's just 23 years old. What I'm asking everyone to do, go to your favorite costume shop, get a yellow wig, let's pay tribute to Scott Bolton. The kid, it's his birthday. He's going to be here the night before his birthday. Let's celebrate with him.
Soccer Sam pulling out all the good stuff tonight, talking about Josh Bolton's birthday. But again, that's just the day before the Rhinos take on Miami FC at Paytech Park. 6 p.m. kickoff for that game next week. But 2 big games on hand before that, the Rhinos at Seattle and at Vancouver this weekend. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Seattle Sounders. How have they started in 2007? You will find out next on the Rhinos pregame show, sponsored by Perry's Ice Cream. This is the Rhinos pregame show. It is sponsored by Perry's Ice Cream. Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam, and a big thank you to John Catalano for setting up a wonderful studio here at Paytech Park. We're calling the action tonight, the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders. Kickoff coming up in about 10 minutes from Quest Field in beautiful downtown Seattle, Washington. Well, tonight's opponent, the Seattle Sounders, looking for their second win of the season. Seattle enters the game with a record of 1 win, 3 losses, and 2 ties. They've got 5 points on the season. Again, tonight's contest will be Greg Howe's first appearance against his former team, the Rochester Raging Rhinos. Seattle is hoping for the return of key midfielder Leighton O'Brien, but I think Sammy's got the notes on that one. I don't think the player-coach will be returning to the lineup for Seattle tonight.
Doesn't look like Joe. He's ready. He's had some hamstring problems, injured in preseason, and a lot of guys are trying to fill that void, but he definitely won't be playing tonight.
Some key midfielders, though, for the Sounders, Sebastian Letou and Hugo Alcaraz-Cuellar. They look to continue to attack for the Sounders. Those are 2 quality, creative midfielders in the lineup for Seattle.
Definitely, Joe. And one of my favorite guys on the team is the guy.
Here we go. Here we go.
I got to tell you, what mother would name her son Santa Maria? I mean, what I'm thinking is the doctor probably said it's going to be a girl, it's going to be a girl. And all of a sudden, the father goes, Santa Maria, it's a boy. So he named him Santa Maria Rivera. Wears number 10. Supposedly the real deal. He's going to be a sub tonight for Seattle. But the biggest story I'm thinking is Greg House. It's unfortunate. This guy gets no respect in the game of soccer. This guy's an indoor legend. Probably one of the best futsal players of all time, played in our national team. He goes to Seattle, where he started his career, Rookie of the Year, leading scorer that year. They get rid of him the next season, send him to Portland. But he gets there. You think they'd give him his number. You think they'd give him his number 9. They give him number 20 or something.
Yep.
The number that nobody wants to give him. That's disrespectful to a legend of the game, and it's unfortunate. And the guy that's wearing number 9 is like some 60-year-old guy who's been on Seattle for 5 years.
7 years, actually.
7 years.
Yeah, Craig Tomlinson.
Where's he going?
The Jamaican player from the Seattle Sounders wearing Greg Howell's old number. Sam, don't get so upset.
No,
it'll be fine.
Indoor players, you know how I feel about indoor players. It's a special bond to have.
Is it even a game, Sam? What are you talking about?
You'll see tonight. There's some former indoor players that are playing for Seattle. They're looking good. I'm telling you.
I can't wait to see how that shapes up. The Sounders also traveling this weekend. They'll travel to Montreal. They have an away game at Claude Robillard Sports Complex. 1 p.m. kickoff, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Seattle also with a busy weekend coming back out east to take on the Montreal Impact. When we come back, we'll speak with Sam. We'll take some news and notes from the USL First Division. Also some big games tomorrow. The FA Cup Final, Chelsea, Manchester United. We'll talk about that when we come back.
You know I love Chelsea. Not the team, though.
You're listening to the Rhinos pregame show, sponsored by Perry's Ice Cream. Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam coming back. We're getting ready tonight for the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders from Quest Field. The players being introduced. I am Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam. The coach's interview at the first part of the pregame show, by the way, was brought to you by Dodge. Lori Calloway's weekly interview brought to you by Dodge on the pregame show. So, Sammy, tonight the Rhinos and the Sounders going at it out west, and the Rhinos have had a week to recover after that lethargic game against the Portland Timbers. Back-to-back games, a ridiculous schedule, and now they've got some time to recover. We should see a very fresh and upbeat team.
You know, those back-to-backs are tough, but yeah, I think the Rhinos are going to be fine tonight. You know, let's face it, Seattle three-time champs, 95, 96, and 205. In 96, Joe, you were on national TV doing your thing. We worked together, and I was bringing you the water. You know, during the breaks, you'd wave me down.
You did a great job.
So I did the best I could. But it's kind of like a flashback. But this stadium here, this Quest Field, I'm concerned. It's just no atmosphere there. It's like maybe a couple thousand people tonight, maybe 5, hopefully. But you can't be in a facility like that. It's not good for the sport. They're trying to do all the right things. They got the dance team. They got their new mascot, Sammy Sounder. So they're doing a lot of cool things. But you know, I tell you, no matter how excited, you could have 6 goals, but if people around you aren't going crazy, this is not happening.
It's a beautiful park, like Sammy says. It's just it's a cavernous setup for 2,500 fans to watch a soccer game. One score in tonight from the USL First Division. Atlanta defeating Puerto Rico 3-2. The Silverbacks now jumping to 11 points, tied for first place with Vancouver, the Rhinos' opponent, on Sunday with the loss. Puerto Rico still with 6 points, 1 win, 2 losses, and 3 ties for the Puerto Rico Islanders. Minnesota at Miami. That game is at the Orange Bowl tonight. Don't have a final on that one just yet. We'll find out and get you something here as the broadcast goes on tonight. So, Sammy, you ready to do this thing?
I'm ready. This is a great situation here. You know, Joe, this could be something new. This could be revolutionary here. You sit in the Catalano's trailer and watch a game and talk about it.
Well, let's take our final break. We're going to gear up, get the laces.
Look at him, handsome though.
Get the boots laced up, Sammy, all right?
He got fitted for his ring for the Nighthawks. Yeah, they used a cucumber. Freaking measure his fingers.
All right, Soccer Sam and I will be back with all the action tonight. It's the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders coming up from Quest Field on WYSL News 1040 AM.
Life is celebrating my birthday.
It's curling up with a good book.
Life is winning the big game.
A Sunday drive with my family.
Life is staying in and watching movies.
It's getting a great report card.
Pulling an all-nighter for my econ exam.
For all of life's special moments, there's Perry's Ice Cream.
Life is seeing my son score his first goal.
Taking my daughter to ballet class.
It's a sleepover party.
It's finishing the last load of laundry.
Life is watching my kids play together all afternoon.
Since 1918, the Perry's family has created the one-of-a-kind flavors that make every occasion even better. Piece of cake, panda paws, bittersweet symphony, all-American, and more. Pick up your favorite flavors at your local grocery store or ice cream stand.
It's spending an evening with friends.
A romantic dinner for 2. Life is something different every day.
Life is a bowl of Perry's.
Raging Rhinos Soccer on your local sports leader.
Welcome to the Rochester Raging Rhinos on WYSL News 1040 AM. I am Joe Giuliano filling in for Don Stevens tonight. Soccer Sam joining us on the broadcast tonight. It's the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders from Quest Field. We are becoming, I guess, very unique in our setup here tonight. We are in a trailer at Paytech Park broadcasting the game from Seattle. Sammy, welcome to the game broadcast. Great to be working with you for a game once again.
It's been a while, Joe, but, you know, a lot of people out there don't have computer access. They can't watch this game. They depend on the radio signal. They depend on our radio partner, WYSL, to listen. So we're going to give it to them, and they're driving around. They want to hear what's going on, so we're going to do the thing and give you as much as we can. We have Andrew Schmidt, the equipment manager. He's going to be our field producer. He's going to call us with any updates, any substitutions, or any way we could help make this as informative as possible.
All right, tonight's starting lineup's brought to you by Nothnagel. First for the home team, the Seattle Sounders, starting in goal, number 22, Chris Islander. Defenders, number 3, Jacob Bassanio. Number 4, Danny Jackson. Number 17, Zach Scott. In the midfield, number 8, Sebastian Letou, a French midfielder who played for Stade Rennais, a team that visited Frontier Field a few years back. Number 15, Kevin Sakuda. Number 31, Josh Gardner. And a player to watch, the creative midfielder for Seattle, number 77, Hugo Alcaraz-Cuellar. And up top, number 11, Nathan Knox. Number 18, Roger Levesque. And the former Rhino, number 20, Greg Howes. For the Rhinos this evening, starting in goal, Chase Harrison. He's got a record of 1 win, 1 loss, and 2 ties on the season. Starting in the back, it's Jason Perry, number 12. Also starting number 30, Mike Ambersley. Number 13, John Ball. Number 29, Danny Kramer getting the start tonight for the Rhinos. Kevin Novak starting, Matthew Delicott, Stephen Shirley Black, Scott Palguda, selected to the USL First Division Team of the Week. Captain Kenny Burtz, and number 10, Johnny Menyonger. Starting lineups again brought to you by Nothnagel Realtors. Joe Giuliano again with Soccer Sam, and we're going to have some fun with this, folks. We'll bring the best action that we can tonight. Referees tonight are Fernando Galvan, Scott Gross, and Mike Watersman, the referee's assistants, and the fourth official is Brian Britch. So that's the setup for tonight's match from Quest Field, as the Sounders now being introduced. Players surrounded by youth players, and there's another youth parade out on the field tonight. The Rhinos wearing the yellow jerseys with the black shorts. Seattle, no clue yet what they're wearing. Looks like they're going to wear all white as they got their warm-up kits on as they come through the parade of youth soccer players. So, Sammy, the Rhinos had some time off, get a chance to get back into action. Coach Callaway said the weather's been beautiful, and they've had a great week of training.
I tell you, Joe, what a place to be. That's my favorite trip, the Seattle-Vancouver trip. And then they got, double header there with the whole Portland and California thing. Coach Callaway said he gave the guys a little time this week, let them do their own thing. They had their traditional breakfast, lunch, and dinner today as a team, but gave the guys a little space this week and let them enjoy themselves a little bit. A couple guys, I know a lot of fans are into this stuff, but 2 birthdays this week. Ray Boom Boom Martinez turned 26 on the 13th, and his roommate, Rumi, he calls him, Stephen, don't call me Shirley Black, birthday was 5/14 Monday. So all you fans that are into these guys, you got to bring the gifts on the 27th. You got Boom Boom, you got Josh Bolton, and Stephen Shirley Black celebrating birthdays this week.
Hopefully there'll be some good luck and some great birthday goals for Shirley Black and for Ray Boom Boom Martinez. Few folks in the stands holding the Seattle Sounders banners at Quest Field. And again, the Sounders still being introduced, taking their time here, coming through the youth parade. Quest Field, a beautiful setup for the Seahawks. They pack it with 67,000 tonight. We have no idea what to expect for a crowd there with the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders. Finally being introduced now, Chris Islander, the goalkeeper for the Sounders. His second season with Seattle. He's given up 7 goals this year. The rap on the Sounders this year is they've had trouble keeping a lead. So I'm sure Coach Callaway is going to look to attack them directly from the kickoff tonight.
Very young team, Joe. Most of the team is under 25 years old. A lot of guys from that area.
Yeah, exactly. You look at that lineup. It's University of Washington, Seattle University, very regionalized team.
And the one guy, Joe, that I'm looking for is number 15, Kevin Sakuda. Kevin was at 2 years he played for the MISL, the San Diego Sockers, and he's a fantastic indoor player, but he's a leader on the field. We'll see what happens. But last year when we were there, Howes got the winning goal and went into the stands and sat where he watched, I believe, a Super Bowl or a
I remember that. Yeah, you had the video of that on your TV show.
And, it was fantastic. But the view there at Quest Field is just amazing. Their production room, it's like state-of-the-art NFL situation, but soccer does not belong there.
Well, all time the Rhinos hold the lead against the Seattle Sounders. 6 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie against the Seattle Sounders. The Sounders, by the way, are coached by Brian Schmetzer. He's in his 5th year. He's had a ton of success with the club. Also spent 4 years playing in my favorite league, the North American Soccer League, with the Seattle Sounders, and probably one of the toughest teams in the league, the Tulsa Roughnecks.
Yeah, he was a great player. And Darren Sawalski is the new assistant coach for Seattle.
That's right.
Yeah, you guys probably remember him. He's been in our league forever. Played 4 years for the Sounders. He ended up going to play for the Revolution, the Burn, the Rapids, the Timbers. Came back to play for the Hershey Wildcats. So he's been in our league. Was a leading scorer back in 2000. I think he was in the USL first team and familiar name. So, a lot of unity here. The guys are sticking together in this league and coming back home. Seattle does have something special about it. A lot of guys leave there. Talk about Brian Ching. Left, came back, rebuilt his career, ended up playing now for the Houston Dynamo and our national team. But, he was down in his dumps, went back down, rebuilt himself, came back up. And Seattle's really good about that open door mission thing.
You want to call it that?
Well,
generous words from soccer, Sam. The national anthem just completed here there at Quest Field. The players at midfield for the coin toss. Kenny Burtz, the captain for the Raging Rhinos at midfield tonight, taking the coin toss. 3 captains for the Seattle Sounders representing them this evening. We'll see which side the Rhinos will be attacking. Again, Seattle wearing the all-white kits. Rochester with the gold tops, black shorts, and black socks. Chase Harrison, again, gets the nod in goal for the Rochester Rhinos. And in my opinion, that's green shorts, Sammy. Green shorts, green socks with the gold trim. I got to wear my glasses, I guess.
A little different. And Seattle's got all white kits, including white numbers. So
we'll do our best.
We're going to struggle with that a little bit, but it'll be fine.
All right, the referee shaking hands. The referee's assistants taking their spots. Almost ready for kickoff here from Quest Field. Captain tonight for the Seattle Sounders, Danny Jackson, who actually played with the Colorado Rapids of MLS in 2003 before joining the Sounders in 2003. He's a product of the Leeds United youth system before coming to the University of North Carolina.
Yeah, he's a great player. I watched the one game a couple weeks ago on Fox when they tied Portland. They have a great team.
And that's a game that Seattle is actually up 2-0. So, again, we talk about holding the leads, end up tying 2-2. Looks like the Sounders will be defending the goal to our right. So the Rhinos attacking from the left to the right as Seattle breaks the huddle, taking their formation on the pitch, and the Rhinos still in their huddle on the left side of the field here at Quest Field. I feel like I'm there, Sam.
Joe, I got to go. The whole Hugo Alcaraz Cuellar, number 77. I don't like non-soccer numbers. Where's that come from? You think he probably had 7, somebody else had it, so he put another 7?
Well, I know in Mexico, the 58 number represents the best player on the pitch. Who knows with Cuellar? Maybe it's something from his native country. Could be. Or it just could be Wayne Gretzky.
Could be. I wore number -0. We know why.
It'll be a Rhinos kickoff at midfield. Johnny Menyonger with Matthew Delicott starting up top for the Rhinos. Looks like Mike Ambersley just withdrawn behind them. We'll take a look here as the screen gets more and more clear thanks to John Catalano's wonderful work here at Paytuck Park. Delicott, the big man with the speedster, number 10, Johnny Menyonger, up top.
Johnny's a pleasure to watch. Here we go, Joey.
We are underway. Long ball immediately by the Rhinos. It's deflected by the Seattle Sounders. Kenny Burtz boosted deep over midfield for the Rhinos. Possession there, won by John Ball. Good ball down the right flank to Menyonger. Menyonger with some time here. Tries to play it off the Seattle defender. Still kept in play. Oh, bad pass back by the defender. But Seattle wins possession. Referee calls a foul early on. It'll be a free kick for the Rhinos. About 25 yards out on the right side of the pitch. So it's to the left of goalkeeper Chris Islander. Looks like Johnny Menyonger is setting up to take the free kick. And now he's got some big targets in the box. Kenny Burtz, Matthew Delicott pushing up. A good opportunity for the Rhinos. Left-footed kick into the box. At the corner of the 6, no one streaking in there. Seattle, very poor marking on that play there at the corner of the 6. 2 Rhino players just a little behind the play.
Danny Kramer taken down. They got the free kick. Great opportunity there for the Rhinos, but unfortunately it kind of skid off the turf.
It did take a nasty little hop there. Great look on the replay from John Catalano that we can see here in Rochester, but I guess USL Live not as technical as our Johnny Catalano guy. So the Rhinos, a good opportunity early on here from Seattle. Good hard tackle there on the right side by Kramer off the Seattle player. Should be a throw-in for the Rhinos about 35 yards out. Is Kramer running back for the throw-in? I checked that. That's Shirley Black with the ball. Or Kevin Novak, I'm sorry. Trying to pick up the numbers here on USL Live. So throw-in about 35 yards out on the near side for the Rhinos. Long ball, Novak flicked over. Seattle plays it back. Another foul over the back by the Seattle Sounders right at midfield on the near side. Novak, a quick short free kick to John Ball. Novak looking down the right flank. It's out of bounds with a throw-in for the Seattle Sounders. No score yet. The Rhinos with a great opportunity early on here from Seattle. It'll be a throw-in for the Sounders. I almost said Seahawks. It almost came out. Long throw in there by the Sounders. Up in the air is Jason Perry. Ball's knocked back, top of the 18. Left-footed by Pelguda. Kicks it over to midfield. Another left-footed ball to Menyonger. He's offsides down the right flank. Good opportunity there by the Rhinos. A long ball from Pelguda, and then played forward to Johnny Menyonger. So the Rhinos away from home, attacking early on.
Johnny Menyonger likes these big fields. He likes to do his magic, gets into the corners, looks for the smart ball.
Seattle knocking it around at midfield. Good pressure by the Rhinos, something we really didn't see a lot of on the West Coast first portion of the trip, but the pressure seems to be a lot more intense than we saw. Seattle with the ball, 35 yards out. Long driven ball into the box there, or top of the box, cleared away by the Rhinos defense. Kicks forward there, but possession back to Seattle. This is Cuellar. Good 1-2 pass by the Sounders again. Top of the 18 with the right foot crossed into the box. Sliding tackle there by Burtz and cleared away by the Rhinos. It's Danny Kramer clearing it out to midfield. Headed there by Delicott. He'll chase it down. And it's knocked out of play. No, we'll continue to play here on the far side, just inside the Rhinos half of the field. Some good possession here by the Rhinos, slowing things down.
Some pretty soccer.
Side, down the flank there, no one there, throwing for the Seattle Sounders. Again, we're broadcasting the game on USL Live. We're doing our best to pick up the names and numbers here. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast tonight here from Paytech Park via Quest Field in Seattle. Ball's being knocked around here. Brought down finally. Possession by the Sounders. Play in the middle of the park. It's Cuellar again. Tries to change pace, but Howells knocks it back. Now changing the side of the field here for the Sounders. It's Cuellar again. A lot of touches on the ball early on. Dangerous ball across the middle. Seattle still with possession. Levesque, a good little flick. No one there for Seattle. Rhinos knock it out of play here. Well, kept inbounds there. But Seattle, no, they say it's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Seattle Sounders right in front of the Rhinos bench. It'll be a throw-in at midfield for Seattle. Not a big crowd tonight at Quest Field, but I'm sure rowdy and raucous as they love their Sounders. Seattle with the ball. Cuellar again. Plays it inside. 3 Rhino defenders around the Seattle attacker. He gets it out of play. Throw-in for the Rhinos. Actually, offsides. Offsides. Thanks to my producer, Soccer Sam and Jenny Kaylana. Offsides. First offsides of the game. Greg Howes, the former Rhino. Sammy's legendary indoor soccer star. Now with his first pro team, the Seattle Sounders again. Long ball looking for Menyonger. Just can't possess it. Muscled off the ball a little bit there. Seattle back down the right flank. That's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Rhinos.
I had the privilege to be in one of Coach Callaway's sessions, and he told the guys, every team we play against, there's going to be 1 or 2 guys that were Rhinos and wish they still were Rhinos. And tonight it's Howes. He's got a lot to prove.
Good point. Played into the box there. No one there for the Rhinos. Chris Islander easily picks it up at the corner of the 6. Walks forward, looking for some options. Again, that's the Rhinos and the Sounders. Quest Field in Seattle. There's the long boot. That's a kick right over midfield for the Sounders, headed by John Ball. Then Seattle with possession again. It's Cuellar. Passes it on the outside of the pitch. Some time here for Seattle to set up their attack. But a little pressure now coming from the Rhinos. Seattle now corner their 18 on the far side. It's Danny Jackson, long ball over midfield. Cleared there by Jason Perry. That's Pelguda with the left. He'll knock it back to Chase Harrison. Spent some time with Real Salt Lake, graduate of Virginia Tech. Another foul at midfield. And a lot of fouls climbing up the back early on.
He's a physical team.
Here's Menyonger checking all the way back for the ball. Plays it on the far side. Another foul. No, they're going to continue to play the advantage here for the Rhinos. Inside. Good ball on the left side. Pelguda overlapping on the left flank. Tries to drive it across, knocked away by the Seattle defender. Little chip up over Scott Pelguda. And up in the air, good defensive play there by John Ball, who now, according to Coach Callaway, has those outdoor legs back, and he's fit and ready to go.
He is ready. John can run all day. You know, Joe, Chris Islander, their goalkeeper, second-year guy, a lot of pressure there. I mean, Preston, don't call me Pampero Purple.
Wow,
the man, you know, he's a legend there in Seattle.
He'll be coming back to Seattle with Chivas USA for a friendly. Actually, another friendly just announced today. Preston North End be playing in Seattle, I guess, on July 21st. What's interesting about that is if you look at the schedule, Seattle's supposed to be in Rochester that night. So we'll see what happens. We'll talk to Matthew Ford about that one. Good little flick forward there by Matthew Delicott. He is taken down, and Seattle coming in early with the quick, hard fouls.
Yeah, the game that they played against Portland, the same thing. A lot of physical play. They play hard. They play the body hard. A lot of college guys there. Just a lot of them just graduated a couple years ago. Still young. A lot of energy there. They're not ready to slow the game down yet, Joe.
Free kick for the Rhinos, about 40 yards out on the far side. Setting it up here. Rhinos had a beautiful free kick earlier, just at the corner of the 6. No one able to get on the end of it. Looks like it's Ambersley driving the ball into the box, looking for someone there at the 6. It's cleared away by the Seattle defense. Headed out to the far flank. Menyonger with some pressure. Was it enough to keep it in? No, it's still in bounds. No, the referee's assistant raises the flag. It is a throw-in for the Rhinos, and I think that's something that was lacking last week, the pressure coming on the opposing team. The Rhinos were under a ton of pressure, but tonight they are applying the pressure.
You called that last week, Joe. I think last week was just the travel. I mean, it was a tough trip. But this is the real Rhino team right now that we're watching.
Kenny Burtz with a throw, and he has got the bomb on the long throw, and this is a very dangerous throw, about 20 yards out on the far side. Burtz, long throw into the box, looking for the head of Delicott. Right-footed volley! Shot and save there by Chris Islander. What happened there? The long throw-in by Kenny Burtz. It was flicked by, looks like Matthew Delicott. No, actually headed away by the Seattle defender. One-time right-footed volley. If I'm not mistaken, it was John Ball taking it out of the air. Wonderful strike. Great save by Chris Islander. The Rhinos with some great opportunities early on. Corner of the 6. Seattle now breaking through on the counterattack against the Rhinos. Harrison dives back to his box there. Deflected inside the box and cleared away by Kevin Novak. End-to-end action here in Seattle early on. Rhinos now. Palguda on the left flank. Clears it down. Menyonger actually gets up and wins the header. Ball bounces back. Menyonger tries to win possession. He's playing with Delicott now. Delicott flicks it forward to Menyonger. Circles around, brings it back. This is Novak. Back around for the Rhinos here. Ambersley. To Burtz. It's Jason Perry, central defender tonight for the Rhinos. Good quick turn there by Menyonger. Delicott tries to pick it up. Playing the advantage. A nasty tackle from behind. Great through ball for the Rhinos. Top of the 18. Islander makes a diving save. Great transition here by the Rhinos. Good action. Great save by the Seattle keeper. He's been under pressure early on, Sam.
Danny Kramer into the box. Had an opportunity there. One step short.
What a great diagonal ball splitting the Seattle defense. Kramer gets a touch on it, but Islander comes off his line. Makes himself big, and the Rhinos early on really could have 3 goals. Knocked out of play here. No score from Seattle, but the Rhinos' 10th minute here. 3 excellent scoring opportunities. This is a refreshed, revitalized Rhinos team early on. Seattle with the ball. Midfield, Quare. Long ball now looking for Levesque. On the far side, he'll knock it out of play. Trying to knock it back to the player in a support position there, but not happening. Throw in for the Rhinos, Kevin Novak. About 18 yards out. So good action here from the Rhinos. Beautiful ball, though, to spring Danny Kramer.
It was a close one. I mean, Kramer's had some wheels there. He almost got to it. But Islander did a great job coming out.
He has been the big man so far for Seattle. A lot of possession here for the Rhinos. Ball. Ambersley forward. Menyonger doing a nice job checking back. Rhinos changing the run of play here on the far side. Looks like Palguda again pushing up. Getting very involved in the attack. Palguda now knocks it outside there, and there's another foul called. And the referee says free kick for Rochester. 11th minute. Sponsors of these Rhinos broadcasts include Auction Direct. Buy your next car at Auction Direct. Log on to auctiondirect.com. Best Volvo. Best Volvo, where style, safety, and all-wheel drive come together. So another free kick for the Rhinos taken. About 35 yards out on the far side, right in front of the Seattle bench. Looks like John Ball coming over. He'll back away. Could it be Kramer taking it? We'll take a look here. Left-footed kick. It's Palguda runs over the ball. Kramer drives it into the box, headed down, and Seattle will clear out of danger. 35 yards out. Little chip up over John Ball, and we've got a foul on the play there. Free kick for Seattle on the ball that was driven into the box. Other sponsors of these Rhinos broadcasts include Cintas. The service professionals discover what Cintas can do for your organization, and Connolly. add on to what you have, the official printer of the Rhinos. Connolly Printing, one of the sponsors making these broadcasts possible.
Paying the bills, if you will.
Midfield Cuellar. Johnny Menyonger has been a bundle of energy early on tonight. Ball's knocked back all the way to Islanders, drives it up over midfield. Headed forward there by Novak. Here's Danny Kramer, tries to play it inside, but Levesque is checking back for the Sounders. Jackson, back to Cuellar. Cuellar over midfield, couple touches on the ball, he's got some time. On the far side, here's Kevin Sakuda. Back to Cuellar, everything goes through Cuellar so far. Howell flicking it forward to Latu, and it's cleared away there. Good defending by Jason Perry, who, if he can stay healthy, he will be a great addition to the Rhinos defense.
JP's the real deal. The kid could play some soccer. He's just had some injury problems the last couple of years, but hopefully this is the year where he could break out.
Here's Seattle now on the far side. Long ball driven to the box looking for Howes, and Perry again there to knock it away. Seattle now with the ball in their own defense. Zach Scott with the ball. Checking back forward is Danny Jackson. Seattle, some nice passing on that far side of the field. Trying to find some gaps. The Rhinos have had success exposing the Seattle defense. And the Rhinos, I believe that's their first foul of the game. For the Rhinos, it'll be a free kick for Seattle. Taking down number 15, Kevin Sakuda. It's his fourth year with the Seattle Sounders. Played in every single game last year for the Seattle Sounders, the graduate of Duke University. Kramer, forward to Delicott, lets it go through. May have been looking for Menyonger behind him.
He was looking for him.
Seattle now with possession, 35 yards out. Deli, good pressure there, knocks the ball back into the Seattle half of the field and wins the header. Islanders got to come off his line. He'll win the ball for Seattle. Throw it out here to the near side. Jacob Bisagno with the ball. Long driven ball, Seattle content to play some long balls from the back. The Rhinos easily scooping up possession. On the near side here, Sebastian Latu. Try to go forward. Nothing happening there for Levesque. Talguda steps in. Blasted out of play here. Throwing for the Sounders. No score from Quest Field, Rochester, Seattle. I'm Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam. Thanks to John Catalano for his great production work here at Paytech Park. Here's Sakuda. Long right-footed shot. Chase Harrison will eat those up all day.
I love that name. Chase Harrison. I told you, my next son, Chase Harrison Fantuzzo III.
Sounds great. 15th minute here from Seattle. No score. Long ball by Talguda. Top of the 18. Almost trickles down here. The header, Danny Kramer, maybe had a chance to chip it over Islander, who was off his line. The weak header. No trouble at all for the Seattle keeper. It took a nasty bounce at the top of the 18 up over the defender, and Kramer just didn't have enough power on the header to get it up over the Seattle keeper. So the Rhinos, 4 excellent opportunities. If you're watching this game or listening, this is entertaining stuff by the Rhinos early on.
A gift for Kramer, and sometimes those gifts you're not expecting them, and all of a sudden, oh man, the ball's there. I can't believe the defender missed it. Just didn't react quick enough.
Good opportunities so far. The Rhinos mixing it up with long balls and some nice through balls on the ground. Throwing here for the Rhinos, waiting for someone to trace it down here in the empty seats of Quest Field. It'll be Kramer with a throw-in, about 35 yards out for the Rhinos. Thrown forward there, headed back by the Seattle defense. Latu to Greg House with that famous right-footed touch, but his buddy John Ball knocks him off the play.
A lot of history there between those guys.
Cuellar with the ball now for Seattle. Back to Danny Jackson. Seattle able to knock the ball around quite a bit in their own half of the field, but once they cross midfield, it's a whole other level of pressure. Good ball on the far side. Levesque. Howes back to Levesque. Top of the 18. Now it's Howes looking to make something happen. Plays it outside. It's driven across the box. No one there for Seattle. An instance there where you're just going to drive it towards the goal, hoping it goes in, or someone deflects it in there. Number 31 there with the shot, Josh Gardner. Spent the last 3 years with the LA Galaxy, a quality left-footed player there. Just didn't make good connection on that driven ball.
He was trying to hit it with the outside of his foot. It just didn't go the way he wanted it.
Well, ball knocked back again into the Rhinos box. Chase Harrison, who has done a tremendous job filling in for the injured Scott Vallow. With the ball inside the box. No score. Seattle and Rochester. Harrison will roll it forward. Joe Giuliano, Soccer Sam, filling in for Don Stevens. Our condolences and prayers go out to Don and his family. Ball at midfield. Howes tries to knock it forward, but good pressure by the Rhinos defense. Poor ball played back. Pelguda misplays it. On the far side come the Sounders. Ball served into the box. Chase Harrison, no work there as Pelguda able to recover and knock it out of play. First corner kick of the game for the Seattle Sounders on the far side. Pelguda misplaying the ball there. And Seattle coming down with a quick attack, but his speed able to recover.
Seattle's first corner kick, Joe, of the night. Let's see what happens here.
Left-footed kick.
Chase Harrison's doing his job, though. He's calling his guys back, telling him where he wants to be, showing some leadership there.
Josh Gardner from the far side, in-swinging left-footed corner kick. At the 6, headed down, it's just wide of the post. Good position there by Danny Kramer, I believe, who was on that far post. If it had come towards the goal, I think Kramer's there to clear it away.
He's covering it perfect. It looked like it went off his chest, but he's saying it didn't touch him.
Goal kick for the Rhinos nonetheless. I believe it was Greg Howes who got up against two Rhinos defenders. Nice driven ball down into the turf, but just wide of the net. First good look of the goal there for Seattle. Chase Harrison, nice long kick. He's got a great boot. We saw that assist he had to Johnny Menyonger against California. Now it's popped back into the Rhino zone. Pelguda left foot, deep. Nice flick there by Delicott. Looks like Novak overlapping on that far side. Two Seattle players around him. And it's knocked out of play. Throw in for the Rhinos. This is going to be another Kenny Burt special. Let's see. No, they decide to go short. Novak will take it. Or check that, Shirley Black. And they're looking for some help here. Kenny Burtz will sit back for this one. It's a great opportunity for that bomb. And it's played short, knocked away by the Sounders. Checking back is Levesque. Pushes it forward. Jason Perry, the tough Rhinos defender, knocks the player off the ball, wins possession for the Rhinos, plays it forward. Delicott. Nice little touch to Menyonger. 20 yards out again. Danny Kramer on the near side. Corner of the 18. It's played off of Kramer. Seattle with possession. And it's knocked over the end line. Some sloppy defending there by the Seattle Sounders. The Rhinos with a corner kick. A lot of early attacks down the right flank for Kramer. Menyonger spotting him.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there. Kramer, again, had possession, did the right thing, got a corner kick out of it, I guess.
20th minute corner kick for the Rhinos. On the near side here. Looks like Scotty Pelguda will take it again. Pelguda, congratulations to him. Selected to the USL First Division Team of the Week for scoring the winning goal against California. Pelguda left-footed kick into the box. Deep into the box at the corner of the 6. Islander comes out, punches it up over the head of the Rhinos attacker. Still with the ball on the far side. They're calling a foul here. And looks like number 18, or check that, number 18, Roger Levesque, checking his face after that last collision there, just outside the Seattle box. I'm not sure what the call was there. Looks like an elbow to the face. And it'll be a free kick coming out for Seattle. Again, 20th minute, no score. Roger Levesque, no stranger to hard nose playing. He's a hard worker, 6'2", 174 pounds. Likes to bang it around. Good long kick by Islander. Two players collide. Ball sails right through. Gardner. Quick little flick forward to Leteau. Leteau circling around. Good defensive play by the Rhinos. And Menyonger with possession. Still Menyonger with his speed pushing forward now. Slows things down. Looks for some help. Pelguda pushing up on the left flank. Coach Kelly wants to see that attack, and he's getting a lot of that from Scotty Pelguda. He's into the Seattle half of the field. Tries to thread one in there to Shirley Black. A little too much there. Great turn by Cuellar. He streaks forward now for Seattle over midfield. 35 yards out now. Cuellar with the right foot. Looking for Josh Gardner. Gardner on the near side. Swings one in. Jason Perry gets a piece of the ball, then clears it out. Here's Kevin Novak. He knocks it forward, and it'll go out of bounds for a Rhinos throw-in deep in their own half of the field.
Greg Howe's putting a lot of pressure there on Jason Perry, but Perry's just a real athlete. House couldn't get around him. Ended up going out of bounds, and Novak with the throw-in.
Deep in Rochester territory. We'll see if Seattle tries to pin him in. Delicott all the way back for the flick, but Cuellar wins it for Seattle. Plays it forward there to the top of the 18. Looking for Nathan Knox. Not happening. Chase Harrison easily makes the save for the Rhinos, clears the house, and throws it out. Nope, he'll decide to punt it or put it down.
They should paint like faces on the seats. I think it would add a little something to it.
Great idea. You are a marketing genius.
Thank you. But how about Debbie? Did you notice Debbie, one of the dancers there, just the beautiful cartwheel?
I didn't catch that, so I'm trying to watch the game. You're watching the cheerleaders and the vendors.
Sorry.
Delicott, little flick to the top of the 18. No one there for the Rhinos. Jason Perry again up in the air, wins it. Here's Nathan Knox. Good pressure by the Rhinos, but Knox still gets it to Levesque. They're trying to spring Josh Gardner forward as the Rhinos here get a throw-in on the near side. Other sponsors of Rhinos broadcasts include Connors and Ferris, Workers' Comp, and Social Security attorneys committed to serving Rochester's injured workers. Call 262-COMP today. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
Raging Rhinos Soccer on your local sports leader. Am on Rochester and live on the web at WYSL1040.com.
Long shot there by Nathan Knox. Harmless as it sails way wide of the net for Chase Harrison. Goal kick coming out for the Rhinos. No score still. The Rhinos have had a boatload of opportunities here in the first half.
I'd say 3 really good opportunities.
I'd say 4.
4? Okay. I'll say 4 then.
See what John Calano says at halftime. We'll talk to him. Foul right at midfield on the far side. Coach Callaway can see the arms swinging. He's not happy with the call as the players colliding there. Rain again falling at Quest Field in Seattle. We spoke to Coach Callaway about that, and surprise, surprise, raining in Seattle.
I don't get why people want to live there for rains all the time. Unless you own like an umbrella company. I mean,
they like the green. Here's Knox, top of the 18, looking for some help. Read there by Shirley Black. Not cleared out deep enough. Seattle with possession again. Good turn there, but the Rhinos, Shirley Black playing it forward. Delicott checking back, heads it down nicely to John Ball. Hard-driven ball. Delicott does a nice job to bring it down. Here's Pelguda on the far side. Inside, Johnny Ball. Now Seattle applying some pressure here. Ball trickles back to Chase Harrison. Quickly distributes out to Jason Perry. Dangerous giveaway there. Luckily, Kevin Novak there to help out. Ball's cleared into the Seattle half of the field. Cuellar with the ball now. Here is Josh Gardner. Left-footed player, drives it hard off the right leg of Danny Kramer. It'll be a throw-in for the Sounders. Taking the throw-in for Seattle, Zach Scott. Cuellar, left foot, tries to chip it forward. Kramer lets it run out of play. Throw-in for the Rhinos. No score, 25 minutes in. Quest Field here in Seattle. In Seattle. Played back now to Chris Islander. Driven out. Josh Gardner to Cuellar. Nice one touch back out to Gardner. Knocks all the way back to Zach Scott. Good quick touch there by the Seattle Sounders, moving it around midfield. Josh Gardner, big left-footed ball. Played into the Rhinos half of the field, headed away by Pelguda. Ball's chipped back from Shirley Black to Pelguda. He goes forward to Johnny Menyonger. Nice little turn. He's taken down right at midfield. Free kick for the Rhinos, and we have a yellow card coming. Let's see. That's referee calling over Seattle player. Yellow card for Seattle, 25th minute. Fernando Galvan, the referee. We'll see who got the yellow card for Seattle. The foul on Johnny Menyonger at midfield. Did a great job to quickly turn. Then he's taken down just outside the midfield circle. Looks like that is number 8, Sebastian Latou. We'll double check on that for the Seattle Sounders. So free kick coming up for the Rhinos. Menyonger taken down. And the Rhinos another free kick. Very dangerous on these restarts tonight. Looks like it's Burtz who'll take it. Very powerful delivery. Drives it into the box. Corner of the 18 now. Seattle under some pressure. Clear it out of danger. Headed forward there. Race for the ball. Johnny Ball. Nice little flick. Wins it. Little chop on the leg of John Ball. They're going to say nope. Goes out. Seattle throwing. Throwing for the Sounders right in front of the Rhinos bench. This is Danny Jackson. Lays it forward. It's back to Jackson now. Seattle having trouble getting out of their own half of the field. This is good stuff from the Rhinos. John Ball with pressure. Seattle's got to go all the way back to the keeper. This is definitely a refreshed and exciting Rhinos team tonight.
They're up and down, working hard, and Seattle can't even get to the ball. They're just everywhere.
Foul again on the Seattle Sounders. Kevin Novak having the jersey tugged on. It'll be a free kick for the Rhinos, about 30 yards out. Chase Harrison running out. Rhinos again wearing the yellow jerseys with the green shorts and green socks. The new select kits this year.
I like them a
Worn
lot.
by the Rhinos. Yeah, nice design. Very unique. Chase Harrison now. Looking for some options deep down the field. Sends it deep. Delicat again with a nice little flick. I love the way he and Menyonger can work off each other. Headed forward there. Bounces to Delicat. Chips it forward. And the ball's kicked into the box there by Menyonger. Is he offside? No, we'll continue to play here as Islanders got possession. Yellow card was issued to number 3, Jacob Bisagno, in the 30th minute. Bisagno, 30th minute for the Sounders. Ball flicked forward. Now it's Cuellar looking for it, but good step there by Novak to Kramer. Kramer turns. He's got some space to look forward. Oh, good ball on the outside flank. Still with possession, the Rhinos playing it inside now. Menyonger. Another good turn there, but it's slid away and taken away by the Sounders. Here's Nathan Knox at midfield. Burt's all over him. This is House. Tries to play it forward. Finds Nathan Knox. Now it's Levesque. 35 yards out. Seattle with some possession here. Is it going to create anything dangerous? Long ball driven into the box. Cleared away by Kenny Burt's. Sounders still with possession. Regrouping their attack here. Cuellar. Quick touch forward for Knox. Knocked off of Jason Perry. Seattle again, though, with possession. Good pressure there. Menyonger checking all the way back, helping out in the defense. Still a lot of touches on the ball. Some space here for the Sounders. Right-footed chip into the box, and Kenny Burt's clearing it away for the Rhinos. Ball's driven in. Looking for Gardner on the near side. Harmlessly rolls out of bounds. Throwing for the Rhinos deep in their own half of the field. Other sponsors of these broadcasts include the Distillery. The Distillery now open in Greece at Ridge Road and 390. Excellus, helping you achieve your goals. Excellus Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And the Farish Group. Where's the best seat in the house? In your Farish apartment, where you can relax and enjoy stress-free living. See them all at farish.com. Cuellar plays it forward. It's Johnny Ball now pushing it into the Seattle half of the field. Some great attacking opportunities here for the Rhinos tonight. Seattle trying to slow things down and control the tempo of this game here. Ball given away. Johnny Ball at midfield all day. Ooh, tough pass for Kramer. Read well there by Bisagno. Now he's coming into the Rhinos half of the field. House chips it forward to Knox. Knox slowly turns on it. Push forward again. Good touch inside. Just sails by Nathan Knox, but here's Gardner on the near side. Left-footed, driven cross. Out of bounds, corner kick for Seattle. As the half goes on, Seattle's starting to wake up just a bit.
They play a little more aggressive on our end. Looks like Joe, they're constantly looking for Greg Howes. We can see it's pouring rain right now in Seattle. It looks like it's raining pretty hard, so that could affect this game.
31st minute, corner kick driven into the box. Harrison comes up inside the 6 and does what a keeper should do. Control the house. Chase Harrison, good job there. Get more confident as the season goes on.
Because he's got all the tools.
It's played out to Novak. Neatly plays it back. Chase Harrison forces House to come forward. Now plays it up over midfield. Delicat has won about 8 of these flicks. No one there off of them for the Rhinos. Played inside the box, top of the 18 as a chase for the ball. Islander comes off. There was definitely a shove in the back there. And the referee says no way. Looks like it was, I believe, Shirley Black pushing way forward in the box. He's definitely obstructed in trying to get to the ball. He's got his arms up in the air. And Chris Islander, a huge favor from his defender. Ball now back in the Rhinos half of the field. Good turn there by Stephen Shirley Black. Plays it inside. Here's John Ball. Now out to the left flank. Pelguda left foot driven to Delicat. Nice little chest pass back to Menyonger. Menyonger, good spin, right-footed shot! Save there by Islander, and Delicat and Menyonger starting to connect up top as Deli lays it off and Menyonger does the rest.
Nice chest pass there, and Johnny does that patent move that he does at Paytech Park all the time, spins around and takes a quick shot, and Islanders saw it coming.
That's a great, hard, low shot on the wet surface. Rhinos again with possession here. There's Novak. It's like inside looking for Menyonger. Just a little too much pace on the ball. The Rhinos, though, win possession back. John Ball, 30 yards out. He's knocked off the ball. And no call. We continue to play Seattle. Now counters. Midfield is Cuellar. Right-footed ball for Gardner on the near side. This has been the entire route for Seattle. Look for Gardner. He'll try with his right foot. Corner of the box there. It's Knox. Plays it to the top, and it's cleared away by the Rhinos. Jason Perry, I believe, coming back and knocking it out of play for the Rhinos. Another corner kick for the Seattle Sounders, this time from the far side of the field.
Yeah, the Rhinos are arguing that call. I think they thought it should have been a goal kick, but the referee gave him a corner kick.
Referee holding up play here. Seattle setting up for a corner kick. Cuellar and Gardner on the far corner. Looks like they'll go with something short. Nope, Cuellar runs away now. The Rhinos back into the box to defend. It'll be Josh Gardner. Whips the ball hard and low in the box. Flick up over the air. I believe it was Greg Howes who may have gotten a flick on that one. But it's up over the bar harmlessly by the Seattle Sounders at the inside the 6 there. Chase Harrison not coming off his line that time. Staying safe. Long kick here. Wet, rainy night in Seattle. Up over midfield. Seattle with possession. Cuellar. Good quick touch back out to the flank here. Sounders Kevin Sakuda. One-on-one against Shirley Black. Overlapping run here by Cuellar. Can he win it? Good defending there by the Rhinos as they let it run out of play, and the goal kick coming up here for the Rhinos. Other sponsors of these broadcasts include Free Time Magazine, Western New York's Art and Entertainment Guide, Food Link, Abundance Shared, and the Democrat and Chronicle. Catch all of tonight's Rhino game highlights in tomorrow's Democrat and Chronicle. 34th minute, the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders. No score from Quest Field. I'm Joe Giuliano, joined by Soccer Sam. And we are at Paytech Park, believe it or not.
We're at Paytech Park, nice and dry.
Nice and dry, calling the shots. Long goal kick from Chase Harrison. One there by the Sounders. Cuellar runs into the referee, uses him as a little block, and he's got possession for Seattle. Will knock it back. Danny Jackson with the ball now. Plays it forward. Zach Scott now plays it forward. Back on the outside. Looking forward there. Seattle still with possession. Hard slide tackle missed there by the Rhinos. Nothing happening there. And a good tackle there by Ambersley. Jackson, the central defender here for Seattle. House checks back. Nice little right foot touch. Gardner, a lot of action here in the first half. Tries to play it forward inside. Taken away there by the Rhinos. Harrison boots it long up the field. Another good flick there by Delicott. Menyonger a step or two behind, playing off of him. Here's Kramer. Plays it forward now. Ambersley. He's taken down. Is there a call? No, we'll continue to play. The referee getting a little loose here, Sammy.
Play on, he says. Wet surface.
Cuellar cuts back. Nice little footwork there. Retains possession. Here's Josh Gardner on the left side. Whips one in the box. Great service headed away by Kenny Burtz. About 12 yards out, right in the middle of the box. Kenny Burtz, a monster in the air.
Cuellar is constantly getting the ball, and he's like the feed man, the number 10 player, always making things happen.
He looked like a great player with Portland last year. Cuellar, wearing number 77, 2004-2005 USL assist leader. Actually led the Portland Timbers in all-time assists. That's a quality signing, but surprised to see him go from Portland to Seattle. Those are arch rivals.
Seems to happen a lot with those two teams, though. You look in the history of their players, a lot of 1 year here, go back to there, Portland, Seattle, same area.
Yeah. Long kick there from Jason Perry, won by Danny Jackson. Here comes Cuellar. He's had a little bit of time here on the ball. And look for Gardner. Near side, Gardner puts it one way, runs the other way around Kramer, but what a great tackle there. Coming in to knock it out of danger, Jason Perry. Read the play well. Great defensive support there from JP.
Perfect timing, slid just nice. You know what, the beauty of this game as it goes on, Seattle doesn't have much of a bench. We got Kiwi Lions, great Boom Boom Martinez there, Diallo. There's some speed there working that could come in and hit these defenders in the second half.
I've got to say, the Rhinos do look like a fresher, sharper team than we saw last week. Passing is much more crisp than we've seen early on from this team. Here's Menyonger, 35 yards up, plays it forward at the top of the 18, taken down there. Delicat's taken down, and do we have a foul? Yes, we do. We had a choice of players taken down there. Kramer was taken down, Delicat was taken down, and now the Rhinos, big free kick here. Looks like a yellow card coming up to the Seattle Sounders. Referee again giving another yellow card to Seattle. We'll check to see who got the yellow card. It's going to number 17, Zach Scott. We've taken down Matthew Delicat. Now this is a wonderful opportunity for the Rhinos. Johnny Menyonger up over the ball here. About 25 yards out, just to the left of the keeper. Good opportunity here for the Rhinos as we come near the end of the first half. Islander setting up his wall. Big wall here. Looks like there's 6 players in the wall for the Sounders. Referee backing them up. Your official again, Fernando Galvan, issued 2 yellow cards here in the first half. Menyonger, ball. Trying to set things up to see who takes it. Kramer also setting up here on this near flank. I think I have a go with this one. Let's see, ball with Menyonger. Touches it short. Menyonger flicks it back. Left-footed shot by Palguda right into the wall there. No danger there. The Rhinos with a little bit of trickery on the restart.
That was great stuff. They were looking like they're going to go right, and they just went left to Palguda, and a nice left-footed blast, and went into the wall, unfortunately. You're hoping for that one guy to duck, you know?
Yeah.
Doesn't always happen.
Long throwing opportunity here for the Rhinos. Burt says, I'll take this one. He's waiting for some movement. About 18 yards out on the far side into the box. One there by the Seattle defense. Burtz wins it back. Flicked in by Palguda. No one there for the Rhinos. Comes out 35 yards out. John Ball. Looks like there's going to be a foul call here on the Rhinos. Free kick coming out for the Seattle Sounders.
John just blasted because a little upset with the call.
It's been a very physical first half here. Seattle especially coming out with some tough shots in that first half to start the match.
A lot of late hits, a lot of elbows in the face when they're going up for the ball.
40th minute, no score, Rochester, Seattle. Long boot there by Islander. Cuellar trying to win possession, and there's a foul. Looks like the Rhinos call for a foul for charging up the back. Seattle with a free kick. Cuellar, the guy who starts everything. Looks like Gardner also coming over to take a look. A free kick for the Sounders. About 35 yards out. Looks like it's almost dead center here for Seattle. Gardner will take it. Left foot. Corner of the 6, headed away there by the Rhinos defense. Can the Rhinos counterattack? Looks like it's Shirley Black with the ball. Inside to Menyonger. Menyonger pops it up, finally gets possession of the ball. Played forward now by the Rhinos, but knocked away by Seattle. Long ball again, looking for Delicat. Headed away there by Danny Jackson. Here's Bisagno. He's got some time, deep in his own half. Right foot, long ball. Back into the Rhinos' territory, but headed away by Palguda. Pressure here early on, knocked off the ball, and there's a foul called here. Harmless foul, but the referee calls it on number 8. Kevin Novak, or check that, Stephen Shirley Black. Number 6. Seattle tried the quick restart there, nothing happening. The ball knocked out of play. Goal kick for Chase Harrison.
Unfortunate. Black had an opportunity there, and the referee thought he was holding the man. I didn't see it that way.
Good counterattack, taken away from the Rhinos as our official makes the call. Looks like Harrison's had several goal kicks here in the first half. Foul again now. On Seattle, looks like it's Bisagno called. Charging up the back, right at midfield. Palguda puts it down. Quick restart here to Perry. Perry with the right foot. Plays it down the right flank. Great little flick forward for Kramer. Or check that to Ambersley. He'll play it back. Right foot ball, top of the 18, flicked up over the box. It's flicked forward. Left-footed shot from Shirley Black. It's no harm there. Cleared away by the Seattle defense. Great flick from Delicat. That's the kind of play we got to see from Matthew Delicat.
Black had an opportunity, but the ball kind of spun on him, and he kind of mishit it, and instead of going towards the goal, went to the outside of the box.
Foul called on the play there. Now Bisagno saying, look, you've given us 2 yellow cards. We're the other way. Free kick for Seattle. Deep in their own half of the field. Delicat stretching things out. He's had a very productive first half.
He works hard.
It's him. I think it's an issue where he does a lot of things off the ball. where people are critical. He's not scoring a ton of goals, but he's setting up a lot of opportunities. Might not be the assist guy, but he's creating a lot of opportunities for the team. Long ball into the box. Here's the cross from the Sounders. Some pressure inside. Jason Perry clears it away. Pop back into the Rhinos box. Chase Harrison up off his line. Wins it about 10 yards off. Nice possession there from the Rhino keeper. Couple bounces of the ball here. Late in the first half, no score. Rochester and Seattle. Harrison pushes it forward. Well outside of his box with the right foot. Deep. 35 yards out. Delicate with another flick. Played forward by Ambersley. Looking for Kramer. Corner of the 18 on the near side. Kramer maybe a little too quick with the service there. Out of bounds as the Seattle defender shields Kramer off the ball. Number 17, Zach Scott, who's got a yellow card here in the first half. Zach Scott not seeing much time last year due to a lot of leg injuries with the Sounders. A solid defender for the team. Again, he's got a yellow card here, so he's going to have to be very careful in the second half. Seattle with 2 yellow cards here. 44th minute from Quest Field. Islander, long goal kick. Headed up straight in the air by John Ball. Brought down by Cuellar. Seattle knocking it around here. Play on the far side. It's Pisano. Right foot shot. Or pass gets way off his foot there. It'll be a throw in here for the Rhinos. Have not seen any indication of stoppage time just yet. Late in the first half, rainy Seattle. Rhinos have done a nice job of knocking the ball around. Delicate to Menyonger. Menyonger plays it here. Kevin Novak on the right side. Novak tries to cut back inside, and it's knocked away by Gardner. Cuellar. Midfield to Latou. Now Danny Kramer wins possession back. Johnny Menyonger doing a great job checking back to receive the ball, drawing some defenders with him, opening up space behind him. Good possession here, Rhinos. Palguda far side, left foot across into the box. Header up and over. No danger there, but a good build-up by the Rhinos. Looks like it was Delicate who got up for the header. Ball was a little behind him, just couldn't get the power. He wanted on it, but a good build-up there by the Rhinos.
Good stuff by Palguda. Deli went up high, kind of hit him on the wrong side of the head here, and he was pushed off the ball. Happens, and went a little wide. But I tell you, Matthew Delicate works for his money.
He sure does. 45th minute. Again, no indication of stoppage time just yet here. Played forward now, looking for Menyonger, but it's Jackson who steps in. Latou tries to play it forward. There's Kenny Burtz, neatly plays it to Johnny Menyonger. Here's Kevin Novak deep in his own half of the pitch. Plays it forward. Now Seattle with possession again. Ball. Players on the ground. He is one nasty. He just plays. Latou checking himself. John Ball does not stop. We got a yellow card that was issued to John Ball. After the play, we'll take a look at what time that was. 1 minute of stoppage time. Yellow card now issued to John Ball. I think he's calling that for playing dangerous when the ball was on the ground. No mercy for Latou there.
He doesn't care.
John Ball's the kind of guy you want to have on your side. You want to play against him. It's a free kick coming up for Seattle. Yellow card to John Ball. Latou, he will take it. I thought Cuellar was the man to start everything, but check that, Gardner. He's been the one selected for the Sounders. Driven into the corner of the box there, through the hands of Chase Harrison. And again, very slippery night in Seattle. The rain is coming down. Dangerous opportunity there. The ball was whipped in by Josh Gardner. And Chase Harrison just making a big mistake there. Corner kick now for the Sounders in stoppage time. To the 12, headed away by the Rhinos. And Menyonger clears it away. That's the first half from Quest Field in Seattle. We have no score. Rochester and Seattle, no score. The Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders. You are listening to Rhino Soccer. Welcome back to Raging Rhino Soccer on WYSL News 1040 AM. I'm Joe Giuliano. Soccer Sam joining us. The Rhinos and Seattle, they've played 45 minutes from Quest Field. No score at the half. It's now time for the halftime interview, sponsored by Connolly Printing. Let's go to Seattle. And live on the line with us, Yuka Maslin, the assistant coach for the Rochester Rhinos. Yuka, welcome to the halftime show. a very exciting first half for the Rhinos. You guys had a lot of chances. Hello, Yuka.
Yeah. Yes, what's going on?
We just lost Yuka. Sammy, we're waiting for Yuka to come back on the line.
Yeah, I'm here.
First
I'm
half
here.
From the,
yeah.
We've got Yuka
I can
back
hear you
on the
guys.
line. Hi, Yuka. Welcome to the show. And that was a decent first half. A lot of good chances for the Rhinos.
Yeah, we won the shots on target for the half, definitely. But we still need to be sharper. I don't think. Delhi's winning everything in the air, as we can pretty much see. They got 3 in the back. We need to actually get the end of those second balls for sure in the offensive third. And so we're going to bring in some more speed up top, and we need to put these guys a little bit more under pressure.
What can we look for in the second half? What change do you think you guys are going to be making, Yuka?
We're going to bring Hamid up top. Put Johnny there for Ambo's spot. I think Ambo, 45 minutes is good for him right now. He's coming off an injury. And I think we're going to do a change, get Ray Martinez up and get him going on the right side as well. Put a little bit of pressure on Steven Scott on that left side.
Yuka, how much impact has the rain had? We're watching on USL Live, and it looks pretty wet there. How much impact has the rain had on the game? Yuka, you still there? No, we lost Yuka again.
It's the stadium, and I'm not kidding you. I've had problems in that stadium before.
Yuka, you still there? Nah, Yuka's gone. Now, Yuka, if you're still there, we're just going to ask about the rain. Chase Harrison had one little ball slip through his hands there. How much effect has the rain had in the match? Yuka's gone. You're right. The conditions there, I guess, for the phones aren't favorable tonight. But Ray Martinez coming in the second half. He has been the super sub off the bench for this team.
Ray Martinez and Diallo, I think, look fantastic together. And I think, they're second half kind of guys. 45 minutes of defense worn out. They're big, sluggish defenders. These guys play with the magic on their feet. It's going to be exciting second half. I can't wait.
He made a great point, too, about Delicate. He's winning all those balls, and it's the second balls that the players have to be a little quicker to respond to.
Yeah, Ambersley and Kramer were struggling a little bit. They had a lot of opportunities up top tonight, but Ambersley just coming back from that foot injury, played last week, but hasn't played a lot this year. And we have Euchre back, I guess. Euchre!
Yeah, I can hear you, Sammy.
The ball slipping through Chase Harrison's hands. Is that what happened tonight? Was the conditions bad down there?
Yeah, it's a little slippery. It's a slippery surface, fast surface right now. But I think if you're talking about that one incident when Chase came out of it, that's one of those balls that maybe he shouldn't come out, especially in the last seconds of the game. But the conditions are slippery, but good for the both, and I think we're actually going to benefit from that because we get more wheels coming on.
Well, we know you're busy getting the We know you're busy getting the guys ready for the second half. Good first half so far. Hopefully we'll get on the end of one of these and come home with 3 points. Thanks for your time. We know you're busy. And thank you very much, and good luck in the second half.
All right. Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Yuka Maslin, the assistant coach for the Rochester Raging Rhinos, joining us from Quest Field in Seattle. We've played 45 minutes. There's no score, the Rhinos and the Sounders. This is Rhino Soccer. It's halftime tonight. The Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders, no score. From Quest Field in Seattle, it's now time for the Time Warner first half statistics. I am Joe Giuliano. And shots on goal, or shots in the first half for the Rhinos with the edge. 7-6, the Rhinos over the Seattle Sounders. Corner kicks, 3 for Seattle, 1 for the Rhinos. Offsides, 1 for each squad. Fouls, even 9-9, a bit of a first half fest as far as fouls are concerned. Saves in the first half. Chris Islander has really kept Seattle close to this one. He's had 4 saves in the first half. Chase Harrison credited with 1 save. 3 yellow cards in the first half. 26th minute for the Seattle Sounders, Jacob Bisagno. 38th minute, Zach Scott. And 45th minute for Rochester, John Ball with a yellow card. And as Yuka Maslin mentioned, some changes coming up for the Rhinos in the second half. That's a look at the stats brought to you by Time Warner. There's no score from Seattle. You are listening to Rhino Soccer.
Soccer fans, we're back at the Paytech Park Production Studios here. Soccer Sam Fantuzzo here with Matthew Ford, Executive Vice President. Matthew, what did you think of the first half of this 0-0 game against Seattle?
I thought it was a pretty exciting first half. I think the Rhinos are playing very high pressure. They're chasing the ball down, created a lot of opportunities, and obviously Seattle have got some skill and look threatening going forward too. So two very offensive-minded teams in the first half. It's pretty even, and there could be a few goals on the board.
45 minutes left in this baby. But tomorrow, Sunday night, the Rhinos go to Vancouver. That's another big one. We're going to be here live on the Rhinos Radio Network or Broadcast Network. But next week, Matthew, everybody in the city's talking about 3 big games. People are canceling their vacations to stay home. Tell me about what's going on. First of all, Friday night.
It's a sporting extravaganza this weekend at Paytech Park. We have the women's team opening up the season against Toronto at home on Friday night. Looking forward to that. Lots of new players, new coach, great new season in store for the women's team.
I mean, Peter Amos is really doing a great job. I know 3 of his assistants, Yuri Sankowski, Gabby Sankowski, and Perry Kayla. The guy's been around the soccer area for a long, long time. And the new assistant, Ann Holmick. I don't know a lot about Ann, but I guess she's really doing a great job for this team. So a real great unit there put together.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said earlier in the show, the players are gelling. Really looking forward to next weekend. We've got a scrimmage this Sunday at MCC at 2 o'clock, so a chance to come out and watch the girls play, and hopefully we get off to a good start against a very tough Toronto team.
Then next Saturday night, what's happening then?
The Rattlers open up. It'd be great to have the Rattlers back. They've been practicing hard at Paytech, getting ready for the season. Some great new signings, and looking forward to Rattlers lacrosse again. They open Saturday against Washington, and we'll get a few nice things in store festivity-wise for that game. Hopefully we can do some things to recognize the Nighthawks.
That's right. They won the championship in Arizona, unfortunately, because of the circus. And I will never, Matthew, I don't care what happens, I'll never go to the circus again. I don't care how bad my wife misses her family. It's not going to happen. Now, what's going on? What's going on Sunday? Sunday, baby. That's the big one. The 27th. It's Italian night. Mamma mia. They're paying tribute to Joe Capogrosso, radio legend, 6 o'clock start. What else is going on Sunday?
Well, it's the second game of the season for the Rhinos. It seems like it's been 3 months since we played a game at Paytech, but looking forward to that game, 6 o'clock on Sunday against Miami. So looking to pick up 3 points at home. Italian night. It's going to be a great night, a great weekend for soccer and lacrosse fans in Rochester.
I can't wait. And after what happened here Tuesday night and getting to see this beautiful game, I just can't wait to next weekend. 454-KICK. If you haven't gotten those tickets yet, you lacrosse coaches, soccer coaches, you got to come out next weekend. It's going to be big. We'll be right back on the Rhinos Radio Network.
Second half action getting ready from Quest Field in Seattle, and there's no score. The Rhinos and the Sounders, both teams huddling up about 35 yards out from their goal. The Rhinos now attacking the goal to our left. Seattle attacking the goal to our right. We're going to check over, see if there's any substitutions here for the Rhinos. And Yuka did mention it at halftime. There will be some changes. Looks like Ray Martinez has come on, replacing number 29, Danny Kramer. That'll be a 45th minute substitution. And also coming onto the pitch for the Rhinos, Ahmed Diallo replacing. Let's take a look here. Replacing, who did he replace, Sam?
Mike Ambersley.
They have him as number 21. He is actually number 30. So Ambersley coming off and Diallo coming on. So Kramer is off, Martinez coming on, Ambersley coming off, and Ahmed Diallo coming on. Second half action just about to get underway. Seattle with the kickoff. Again, the Sounders attacking the goal to our right. At midfield, Nathan Knox and Sebastian Letou. He was actually a player who was discovered at MLS Cup Combine in 2006. Here we go underway. Long ball. Played forward here. Long into the box there. Up for the header there. The Rhinos clear it away. And it's Perry again. Referee calling a foul as the arms were out. Elbow to the head. And there's a player down for the Sounders. Take a look at that. I believe it's Nathan Knox, number 11. Yeah, he is down. Knox spent last year with the Minnesota Thunder. Another big boy, 6'2", 180 pounds. Had 5 goals and 4 assists last year. So the Sounders, a minute into the first half, with a great opportunity here, about 25 yards out, slightly to the left of Chase Harrison.
Saw the replay there. Kenny Burt's kind of got under him a little bit. Nice job by Mr. Catalano with his amazing equipment here.
It has been fantastic. Cuellar and Josh Gardner up over the ball for the free kick. Chase Harrison setting up the wall, barking out his orders, setting up his defensive formation. Left-footed shot! Gardner just wide of the net. It'll be a goal kick coming out for the Rhinos.
Way left that one was.
But I thought it was deflected. It was so far left.
Yeah, he tried to curve it around the wall, and he just put a little bit too much on it.
You know, the Diego Maradonas on those free kicks, few and far between.
That's right.
Goal kick coming up for the Rhinos, 2nd minute of the second half. It's Harrison now protecting the goal to our right. Drives one up to midfield. That'll go out of bounds. Throw in for the Sounders. Again, substitutions coming on. Ahmed Diallo and Ray Martinez. Talk about firepower on the bench.
Instant offense. Those guys play great together, and with Deli in there kind of feeding them the little flicks and stuff, you're going to see some great action.
Burt steps forward, knocks it into the Seattle half of the field. Here's Cuellar. Plays it back to Howes. Changing the run of play here. Sounders still with the ball at midfield. Good pressure by the Rhinos, forcing Seattle all the way back to 30 yards out. Almost deflected and taken away by Matthew Delicott. High pressure here by the Rhinos, giving Seattle some trouble. Cuellar, beautiful turn. Gets away from the Rhino defender, Jason Perry. Now plays it forward, looking to split the Rhinos' defense. Kevin Novak is back, clears it away with the right. Seattle, foul on the play, offsides. Offsides, Sounders. It'll be a free kick coming out for the Rochester Rhinos. Second half action. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Dodge, grab life by the horns. Dodge, Harrow East, brought to you by the Harrow East. And Mollier. At Mollier Chevy Buick, we always say yes.
Kevin Novak probably wears a size medium short. He's wearing like a double X. He looks like Grandpa Luigi out there.
A little baggy. That's the style nowadays, I guess, right, Chevy? Good pressure here in the corner. It's played out to the top of the 18, but Seattle knocks it out of play. Checking back for the Sounders, but good pressure from the Rhinos, giving Seattle all sorts of trouble getting out of their own half of the field. Played inside looking for Diallo. It skips under his foot. Jackson will clear it out. Out of play here from the Sounders. Throwing for the Rhinos. Coming over to take the throw, it's Scott Palguda, the left fullback, who has seen a lot of mileage down that left side.
He works hard. And I tell you, Diallo has a lot to prove, Joe. And they came out early in that Portland game, and I think he needs to prove to Coach Callaway that he's the real deal.
There's Palguda on the near side, 35 yards out, chips one to the top of the 18. Islander comes out, scoops it up. Quick distribution on that far side to Bisagno. In the midfield to Cuellar. Very accurate touches. Cuellar again. Back on the outside. Here's Gardner. Oh, takes a bad bounce over his foot. And the whole attack for Seattle stopped.
Wet conditions.
Driven forward. Saved there by Seattle. There's Cuellar. Tries to slide it forward to Knox. Rhinos hard-nosed defending about 18 yards out by Jason Perry. Looks like Diallo is up top with Delicott. Menyonger now that withdrawn striker. Just playing behind the two guys up top. Throw in for Seattle. Bisagno, or check that, Gardner. Here's Cuellar. Seems to float all over the pitch. Plays the ball into wide open space. Latu playing it back. Trying to find some gaps the Sounders can't. And the Rhinos will win possession here. Played forward by John Ball. Looking for Ray Martinez. He deflects it forward. But Danny Jackson will knock it away for the Sounders. Here comes the Sounders, 35 yards out forward. Looking for Cuellar. It's played off his foot. The Rhinos will try to get possession back, but Seattle says, Cuellar is going to come forward with it. Top of the 18, looking for Howes, and again, stepping in is Kenny Burtz. Here's Ray Martinez, fresh legs down the right flank for the Rhinos. Tries to play it forward, read there by the Seattle defense.
Tried to sneak it to Diallo, and the defender didn't buy it.
Burtz, soft touch. Rhinos still with possession. Takes a bad bounce up over Diallo. Players get tangled up. We continue to play. Delicott takes a shot in there. Nothing happens. Menyonger comes in. And now there's a foul about 35 yards out. 6th minute from Seattle. No score. A couple of pokes were taken there. Looks like it was a Cuellar. No, check that. Kevin Sakuda. Like, when are you going to make the call? I got to hit 3 times.
You got 4 different guys fixing their socks and shin guards.
There's Jackson, long ball down the left flank. No one there. Chase Harrison. 52nd minute.
Chase is really confident. You got a name like Chase Harrison. I got my Porsche in the garage. You got to have the confidence. Chase Harrison.
Chase Harrison with a long kick forward. Diallo can't get to it, but it's popped back up to Menyonger. On the far side to Ray Martinez. He went to throw in for the Rhinos. About 15 yards out on that far side. Burtz will stay home. Nope. Martinez will drop it. Let's see.
I tell you, Chase is a young guy, though, Joe. I mean, the team this week, they had the opportunity to go eat wherever they wanted. He went to Chuck E. Cheese like every night.
Long throw in here from Kenny Burtz. Let's see what he comes up with. Good long throw. Quarter of the 6 cleared away there by Jackson with the head. So we'll try to spring out here on the counterattack. Crossing over midfield. Latu going one-on-one here. No, he plays it forward now. Ooh, dangerous play there as Chase Harrison comes sliding off his line. And it's cleared out of play there by Stephen Shirley Black. There was some contact leading up to that play there. Latu tried to sneak a through ball behind the Rhinos defense. Shirley Black actually did a good job to fight off the Sounders attacker.
Little miscue there by either Novak or Black and Chase Harrison. And
corner kick for the Sounders, far side. To the 6, Chase Harrison comes out and punches it with the right hand. At the corner of the 18. Cuellar tries the cute little flick. Read there all day by Scott Palguda. But Cuellar tries to do different things with the ball.
Pretty tough.
You don't know what to expect from him.
Yeah. But you can't beat Scott Palguda. I mean, guys, he's the real, Scott Palguda he could have signed in MLS. He wants to be here in Rochester. People don't understand the real reason.
Okay. I love the logic.
He loves the fans. They love him.
All right, throw it for Seattle. Jacob Pisano throws it right to Scott Palguda. Soccer Sam has got his own take on things. There's no doubt about that. Played forward now from midfield. Taken off the chest. But Palguda up, harassing the Seattle attacker. Wins possession for the Rhinos. Stepping in, Shirley Black. He'll get a throw in here for the Rhinos right at midfield. Looks like he's going to go backwards with it, and he does. To Scott Palguda, some pressure coming from Latu. John Ball, bad touch there. Seattle with possession. Cuellar. Forward. Latu, or check that, Nathan Knox with the ball. Cuellar now, 35 yards out, plays it to the left side. Chipped into the box. Seattle still with the ball. Pressure from the Rhinos. Cuellar plays it outside to the left side. Gardner, left foot, tries to drive it around the defender. Kevin Novak slips. It goes off the Rhinos defender. Throw in for the Sounders. Scary moments for the Rhinos defense.
They're knocking around in the box. This gets scary, but Novak did a great job to clear it.
Chipped into the box. Jason Perry heads it. Top of the 18. It's headed back there. And John Ball showing some confidence with the young Chase Harrison. Heading it back into the box. There was some traffic around. Played forward now. Perry again, his one header after header tonight. Good sliding pass here to Ray Martinez. He's taken off. Here goes Ray Boom Boom. Plays it down the right side. Looking for Diallo, but Seattle's Danny Jackson wins possession. Quickly going with a long ball. Cleared away by Novak. Ball bouncing around. Who brings it down? Foul called here. Number 11 for Seattle, Nathan Knox. Called for the foul. John Ball, look at the scowl. He is upset with that contact. Look for some repercussions coming here. John Ball not happy with the foul there from Nathan Knox.
There's a lot of 6-footers out there, and they're playing some physical soccer. And John Ball's doing his best. He's a scrappy kind of player, and the Rhinos knocked off the ball pretty hard there.
A free kick, 35 yards out. Chase Harrison, he'll deliver it to the top of the Seattle 18. Cuellar and Menyonger. It's an interesting battle in midfield. Plays it to Latu. A little too far on the pass there. It's won by Novak. Here's John Ball switching the run of play here. Sprinting forward. Stephen Shirley Black. Left-footed ball in the box. Headed away there by Zach Scott. Rhino's going to throw in deep in Seattle territory.
Great delivery there by Black, and
love to see him attack with that left foot down the flank. Throwing for the Rhinos. Looks like it's going to be Palguda about 18 yards out. Looking at the empty seats of Quest Field.
You know, Joe, behind the net, but I saw the wide angle, and it looked like there's probably like 5,000 or 6,000 fans there.
Diallo taken down, no call. Palguda will blast in there. Nothing happening there. Rhinos. Menyonger heads it forward to the 18 where Diallo is called for offsides. They're saying he came back from an offsides position. So offsides there on Ahmed Diallo. Sponsors of these Rhinos broadcasts include Nextel, Power Up, Nothnagel, Rochester's full-service realtor, and Perry's Ice Cream. Life's a bowl of Perry's. Soccer Sam can vouch for that.
You don't get a body like this by eating yogurt. Let me tell you.
Here's Cuellar for Seattle. Chips it into the Rhinos box. And guess who's there with the head? Big JP.
JP's right now is my player of the game back there. He is everywhere.
He has had a solid performance tonight.
Jason Perry.
Sounders with the ball. Knocked off the ball is Cuellar. Great defending by the Rhinos. Tried to spring it forward to Diallo. No call there. There was some contact after the play. John Ball has taken a few shots here in the second half. Chipped into the Rhinos' half of the field. No offsides as Cuellar plays with it. Great right foot across into the box. Header! And it's in. Sounders goal. Cuellar makes the assist, and it's Greg Howes, the former Rhino, scoring for the Seattle Sounders. A good ball from Hugo Alcaraz Cuellar. And Greg Howes makes his former team pay here with a header driven hard and low. No chance for Chase Harrison. One touch on the ball from Cuellar. Howes just sneaks in between two Rhinos defenders about 7 yards out. Great pace on the header. The former Rhino makes it 1-0 Seattle.
Howes jumped up and over Novak and just boom right in the goal there. Harrison had no chance there.
Seattle 1-0 Howes from Cuellar. 57th minute, I believe. We'll take a look at that one. Or 56th minute. Again, Seattle with a 1-0 lead here. The Rhinos had a lot of the run of play in the first half. Seattle has come down in the second half. And Cuellar, good service out of the head of the former Rhino. See what Rochester comes up with here. John Ball to Palguda. He's on the Seattle side of the field. Works his way towards the middle of the park. Forward to Menyonger. Overlapping now is Novak. On the far side, Diallo. It's knocked away there by Bisagno. Throwing for the Rhinos. See if got another option here. There's a lot of chances for Burtz to take these throw-ins. But it's going to be Novak instead. Good touch from Martinez. Novak, right foot across. Menyonger from the right side scores! Johnny Menyonger takes it one time out of the air. Ball's bouncing up over the keeper. Menyonger with a one-time finish. The Rhinos have tied the game. You got to give Ray Martinez credit. A beautiful, quick one-touch off the throw-in, overlapping run from Novak, and Johnny Menyonger takes it one time with the right foot from about 12 yards out, drives it into the ground. It takes a bounce. Chris Islander, no chance at all. We're tied at 1. Talk about coming back.
Call your mama, baby. That ball came in. Diallo kind of faked like he was going to hit it. Menyonger just took it and boom, in the net. Johnny Menyonger, our leading scorer this year. I can't believe it.
3 goals for Johnny Menyonger this year. And the Rhinos have come back to answer Seattle's goal here, approximately in the 59th minute for the Sounders. Not much of a lead. So Rochester, Johnny Menyonger scoring his 3rd goal of the year. Assist going to Kevin Novak. And that's a great comeback from the Rochester Rangers. Kevin Novak's first points of the season.
Congratulations to Kevin.
From the Rhinos again, Diallo chipping it into the box. Substitution for the Seattle Sounders. Checking into the match, number 5, Andre Schmid, replacing number 11, Nathan Knox. Schmid for Knox. We're tied at 1-1. Johnny Menyonger, playing that withdrawn forward spot, that little striker position behind those two guys, makes the Sounders pay for leaving him open at that 12-yard spot. The game is on. Here we go. Ray Martinez again. The guy makes things happen. Streaking down the right side. He's got some space. Martinez Serves a ball into the box. Delicate. Left-footed volley by Diallo. It's just wide. The Rhinos are coming. And Delicate, this has been his best match of the season. Laying balls off. They're looking for that second ball. And Diallo just didn't get full contact.
You know, he hit it. It looked like it kind of flicked off of a defender, and Islander grabbed it.
We are tied at 1. 60th minute from Seattle. The Rhinos scoring about 2 minutes after Seattle's Greg Howes celebrated his goal against his former team.
Howes is still celebrating with his family in the corner there.
He hasn't come out of the stands yet. Free kick substitution coming up here for the Sounders. While we're waiting for the substitution, let's pause for station identification. This is the Rhinos Broadcast Network.
And we're getting a picture on the TV.
Rhino. Raging Rhinos Soccer on your local sports leader, WYSL.
Nathan Knox, free kick for Seattle. Long ball from Jackson. Jason Perry gets a piece of it. Novak cleans up the mess. Good little ball from John Ball. The Rhinos having a lot of success down the right side of the field. That's what Yuka Maslin talked about at halftime, to get some speed and pressure down that side of the pitch. Here's Diallo. John Ball slides and keeps possession here for the Rhinos. Novak, nifty little footwork. Drops it back here to Kenny Burtz. Checking back. The goal scorer, Johnny Menyonger. Good touches here from the Rhinos. Pelguda cuts it back to his preferred left foot. Knocks it off the Seattle defender. Throw in for Rochester right at midfield. Tied at 1. Menyonger from Novak. It's the first points of the season for Kevin Novak. Cuellar, long ball. Looking for Letou. Letou marked by Jason Perry. 1v1 here on the near side. Perry slows him down. Letou goes to the top of the 18. Cuellar knocked off the ball there by Menyonger. Here we go. Seattle, corner of the 18. Tried to sneak through. Not going to happen. Should be a goal kick for the Rhinos, and it is. Sponsors of these broadcasts include Phoenix Graphics for all of your printing needs, Power Trip, Taste the Power, and Salvatore's. We deliver everything but babies. Wow. Great sponsors to make these broadcasts possible right here on WYSL 1040 AM. The Rhinos, nice performance here. They really answered the call after their former teammate put them in the hole, but the Rhinos wasting no time getting back into this thing.
It was great to see Novak get into it, because it kind of Howes jumped over Novak, and this is kind of like he got back into. Let me get back down there.
Good point.
You know, let me get the goal here for us, and he did a great job.
That's good point.
Getting it to Johnny Menyonger.
3 goals on the year for Johnny Menyonger. 1 assist. Got some points adding up. 7 points now for Johnny Menyonger. Inside checking back Diallo. He's dumped 35 yards out. Referee says, not going to happen. Free kick for the Rhinos. I checked that it was Diallo who got dumped from behind. 64th minute. Ball. He'll take the restart for the Rhinos. 1-1. Be a respectable result. Hopefully you get the 3 points, though. Ball driven into the box. Headed off, or chested away by the Seattle defense. Here is Letou. Nice little ball splitting some defenders. Read well there by the Rhinos defense, but Seattle still with possession. On the far side, Gardner's got all day here. Corner of the 18. Chips it into the box. No one on the far end of it for Seattle, as Pelguda will knock it out of play, and the Rhinos will regroup defensively.
Pelguda tried to clear it to Diallo. Just the wind took it out of bounds.
There's Bassanio with a throw-in. Throws it into Cuellar. Quick one touch to Letou. Pelguda, a little flick up to the left foot. Knocks it forward. Cuellar off his own player. Perry takes the deflection. Now it's deflected to the top of the 18, and Harrison's got to come off his line to win the ball. That takes a bit of a nasty bounce for the Rhinos.
Seems like the side that the Rhinos are defending, it's just really wet. I see a lot of sloppy play in that end.
Through ball from Martinez Delicate. Right foot shot from the top of the 18. It's driven hard and low. And a good save again by Chris Islander, as Delicate starting to sniff around, Sammy.
Nice shot by Matthew.
Martinez has made a lot of things happen off the bench. You wonder what he can do for 90 minutes. Good win there, but there's a foul called on Kenny Burtz. He and Cuellar get tangled up. The referee calling over Kenny Burtz. Is it going to be a yellow card? Says there's an elbow that came out. There's a nice little hug. Burtz is okay. It'll be a free kick for the Sounders.
Burtz is an intelligent player. At halftime when they were walking off the pitch, Burtz had his arm around the ref, was talking to him, good job, you're an amazing referee. He let him go this time. Really, I mean, I saw it. I don't know what he was saying, but I'm assuming he said that.
35 yards out, slightly to the left of Chase Harrison. He's going to go with a two-man wall. Cuellar runs away. Josh Gardner will have the honors of getting the ball back in play. Hard-driven shot! Just wide of the post there. Chase Harrison may have been caught by surprise.
That was a bullet. I'm talking maybe 2 feet off.
Yeah. I think Chase Harrison may be expecting the cross. That was a blistering left-footed shot from number 31, Josh Gardner, who in his own bio with the Seattle Sounders says he wants to get back to MLS as soon as possible.
That's what you always want to hear as an employer.
Yeah, right, exactly. Substitution coming up here for the Sounders. Number 16 entering the match, Kenji Treshuk, the rookie from Honolulu, Hawaii, replacing number 31, Josh Gardner. A little surprised to see this substitution. I think Josh Gardner has been one of the better players for Seattle. Long goal kick for the Rhinos. Flipped forward by Diallo. No one there off of the flick for that second ball.
Former Honolulu Bull player. Same team that Brian Ching played for.
Hopefully can have the same kind of future as Ching, who's doing a wonderful job with the Houston Dynamo and the U.S. national team. Ball's kept in play here. Knocked forward by the Sounders. Chipped forward. Here is, I believe that's Howes. Plays it back to Cuellar. Bisagno to the top of the 18. Solid defending there by the Rhinos as they clean it up. They play it forward now, but Seattle picks up the ball again. And Menyonger doing a great job defending. Not afraid to come back, scored some goals, and also tracking back quite a bit. Quick restart here to Cuellar on the near side, driven hard and low to the top of the box there, and it's sent wide of the net by Latou, Sebastian Latou. He's going to want that one back. He's 12 yards out. No one marking him here. He's wide open from the 12. Takes it with the inside of the right foot, and it's sent wide of the net. He maybe even had time to stop that ball and place it in. Latou also selected the USL First Division Team of the Week. With misses like that, you're not going to see that on her again.
Wet surface, though, Joe. That's the sloppier I was telling you about. The ball kind of skid at him. I'm not sure if it was actually a shot. It looked like it hit off his shin guard. It might have been a shot, but it looked kind of weird here.
There was another good ball by Cuellar. The Rhinos need to really isolate him a little bit and prevent those dangerous crosses or services from coming in. Here's Menyonger. Has to push it forward. Diallo is checking two. Menyonger goes to the outside. Novak crosses to the top of the 18. Leaves a bit to be desired there. Pelguda settles it down. Gets it to the left foot. Chips it in the box. Looking for Delicat. He flicks it forward. And Seattle defender Jake Bisagno heads it out. Throw in here for the Rhinos deep in Seattle territory. 70th minute. 1-1 from Quest Field. Johnny Ball. Throw in. Look at Menyonger moving all over the field. Just trying to get open. Ball throws it other way and Seattle wins possession. Now let's play back to Martinez. See what Ray Boom Boom can do here. He's double teamed. It's the only way you can stop the Cuban international. Former Cuban international, I should say. Long ball on the far side. Treshuk tries to chip it into the box. Flicked up and over. Levesque as Pelgudo blasted off. Cuellar. The Rhinos have a throw-in. 1-1, Sammy. Menyonger, he's done it all up top. He's done it at that midfield position. He's been a key component for the Rhinos tonight.
Just a fantastic player all around.
Long throw-in, bounces up over a couple of players. Headed forward to Diallo. Gets it knocked off a couple of Seattle players. Here's Levesque. No chance there as the Rhinos defense applying a lot of pressure. Perry wins the ball in the air. 35 yards out. Levesque to Cuellar. Good there. Good touch there from Johnny Menyonger. He has not stopped Pushing forward deep into Rochester territory. It's flicked forward there by Levesque. Chase Harrison says, "Oh, let's slow things down and let it run out of play." Other sponsors of these broadcasts, Time Warner. Get Time Warner cables all in one. It's digital cable, Roadrunner, and digital phone together in one simple package at one low price. Save hundreds of dollars a year. And the World Gym. Real gyms, real people, real results. The World Gym. Soccer Sam is joining on Monday.
Yes.
Long goal kick, Chase Harrison. Little 2, double team. The Rhinos will take it back. Thank you very much. Burtz, or check that, Pelguda. Drives one deep. No one there for the Rhinos. Pelguda again. Long ball, looking for some space on that far side. Jackson is there for the Sounders. Howes all the way back in his half of the field. Touched inside for the Sounders. No, they'll play it on the outside again. Howes, good little touch to the outside here. Here comes Treshik. Levesque, good little touch inside Howes. Howes trying to make something happen. Good pressure there. It's Johnny Ball taking away Ray Martinez. He's had some space there on that far side. The Jets are on and Ray's taken off. Martinez, left foot, pushes it around the defender. Martinez still with the ball, knocked off the Seattle defender, Danny Jackson. And he's exciting. There's nothing else you can say. Boom, an exciting player, makes things happen.
You spun him twice and said, "Hey, I'm tired now. Give me a corner kick."
Corner kick here from the Rhinos. Good work from Ray Boom Boom Martinez. Looks like Johnny Ball trotting over for the corner kick. We'll take a look here. 1-1. Check that. Scott Pelguda going to go with the in-swinger. Burt's pushing up. Delicate, you've got some wonderful targets in the box. Some movement in the box. Pelguda drives it at the 6. Up and headed away. Left-footed volley. Just wide of the net there. As the Rhinos are still tied with Seattle. Ray Boom Boom Martinez for the Rhinos there. 1-1 from Seattle. Second half here, we're tied at 1 from Quest Field. Goal kick here for the Islanders. Martinez tried hard with that left-footed volley, just didn't get the accuracy he wanted. Islander gets the flick there from Levesque, but big Kenny Burtz back there for the Rhinos to head it to midfield. Here's Bisagno pushing it down the flank. Novak. Here's Ray Martinez, one who's not afraid to take people on. Novak, left foot, chips it forward. Diallo almost through the defense, caught the Seattle defense a little flat there. A little more oomph on that pass, and Diallo's gone to the races.
Diallo's
foul called there.
Diallo plays that
Diallo.
That pretty soccer stuff. Tried to flick it over him. John Ball, I mean, he needs a breather here. Johnny Ball's like been working up and down. I think this is catching up to him.
We'll see if the Rhinos go to the bench. Played forward. Burtz tries to kick it forward, just not enough on that one as Seattle tries to pressure Pelguda. And Seattle wins the ball back, but some help there from the Rhinos. And now it's going to be that's a tough call, Sammy. I don't like that one. Latu was bumped into barely by Pelguda. Now the Sounders with a dangerous corner free kick from the corner of the 18 on the near side. Cuellar now, he takes over as Gardner has come off the pitch. Rhinos with a 3-man wall. Dangerous opportunity here for the Sounders.
Looks like Aaron Lyons.
Corner of the 18 driven into the box. No mistake this time. The Rhinos defend very tight. Headed away by Novak. Long driven ball to the other side of the box. Up for the header. And it's wide by the Sounders. Harrison had it covered on the near post. 75th minute from Seattle. Rochester and Seattle tied 1-1. Rhinos were trailing just for a couple of minutes there. And the Rhinos now tying it up here in the second half. The Rhinos have allowed the first goal this year. No wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties.
Wow.
Could be a turning of the tides for the club here in 2007. Quick touch inside. Pelguda still with the ball. Drives it forward to Diallo, who's checking back. First touch is a little off. Still with possession. Novak to Ray Martinez. They're playing on the right side quite a bit now. Novak, an overlapping run here. He's cutting inside. He's inside the defender. Oh, the defender does a good job to come back and shield Novak off the ball. And here's Treshik. Trying to go forward here. Levesque. Is there a foul called? Chase Harrison. There's a foul called. And Seattle will have a free kick now coming up from about 30 yards out. Yellow card being issued to number 12, Jason Perry. So Seattle results with a free kick here and a yellow card to Jason Perry. Cuellar will have the free kick as soon as the referee puts Perry in the book. So yellow card for Jason Perry. 75th minute. 76th minute. Check that. Rhinos got to defend better. Cuellar into the box. Flicked forward there, and the Rhinos will win possession. Coming off now is Aaron Lyons, who's come out of the pitch for the Rhinos. Lyons has replaced Johnny Menyonger. Big substitution there from Coach Callaway. Lyons in for Menyonger. In my opinion, Menyanger's been the player of the game. Long ball now. Seattle back into the Rhinos box. Left-footed shot. It's just wide. Long ball into the box. Number 5 coming in forward there. Nothing happening for the big guy, Andre Schmid. 6'4", 200 pounds. He did a good job to muscle off the much smaller Rhinos defender, Kevin Novak. The good long ball there from Cuellar. Again, everything's coming from him. And again, Schmid, he's a monster at 6'4", able to fight off the smaller Rhino defender. You know, I'm surprised. Look at a guy like Schmid. Spent some time with Houston and the Red Bulls. Got a nice frame, big target guy up top. Didn't stick with MLS. The goal kick for the Rhinos. Chase Harrison pops it forward. Little one-touch from Diallo looking for Martinez. They don't connect. Danny Jackson. Long ball. Here's Schmid, the big guy up top. Little shove in the back from Kenny Burtz. He's got a yellow card as well. Kenny Burtz now with a yellow card for the shove in the back. That was blatant from behind. I think he's trying to send a message to Schmidt. Yeah, you can overrun some of the other guys, but you come with me. We've got some business to take care of.
You're going down, big boy.
So Kenny Burtz with a yellow card. 78th minute. We're still tied at 1. Free kick for the Sounders. They've had quite a few here in the second half. Fans chanting, banners waving. Rhinos with the two-man wall. Cuellar pops it at the 12. Headed forward there, and nothing happening from the Seattle Sounders. That was the defender pushing up into the attack. Very tight marking there from the Rhinos. No chance to get that on frame. Quick restart from the Rhinos. Chase Harrison. Here's Aaron Lyons, who just joined the team on Thursday, recovering from an abdominal injury. Left-footed ball across the pitch. Headed away by Jackson. Push forward now by the Rhinos into the Seattle box. Headed back to the goalkeeper, Chris Islander, his second year with Seattle. He's given up 8 goals this year for the Sounders, a product of the University of Washington. Long boot. Novak, play a soft one back to Chase Harrison. He sprinted off his line, clears it out of bounds, throwing for the Sounders. '80th minute, we're tied at 1. The Rhinos and the Sounders. Throwing last off the Sounders, so we'll throw in for the Rhinos. Novak will push up and take it. The Rhinos really at this point, Sammy, do you sit back and play for the draw, or do you continue going for the points?
Well, you're away. You know, you try to. I'd say go for the win, but I think they're going to try to just hold on here.
We'll see what the choice is. Look at that. Oh, that is a nasty foul right in front of the Rhinos bench. Coach Callaway up pointing. We've got to see a card. It could even be a red here. That's just a charge. No intent to play the ball there. Shirley Black is leveled right in front of the Rhinos bench. There's not even a card coming out. I can't believe that. Shirley Black had his head down a little bit, poked around the Seattle defender, just lays into him with a hip. That's a great hip check in hockey. Sabres be proud of that one. Free kick for the Rhinos. Looks like no card has been issued. Shirley Black, tough competitor, up on his feet. Perry, the long ball into the box. Right at the PK spot, no one there for the Rhinos. Headed back in. Islander hopping up and around Hamed Diallo. Wins the ball, quickly rolls it out to Treshik. Looking for Cuellar. Pushing forward now. Here's Delicat. Goes back on the outside. Will they keep it in? He does. Martinez still with possession. Some time now on that far side. Cuts back top of the 18. Left-footed shot. Deflected by the Seattle defense. Corner kick for the Rhinos. I believe it was Shirley Black or Novak. I couldn't tell on the screen here. Pushing up into the attack.
Great attempt there.
Great shot. Hard and low. It's wet. Drive it at the goal. See what happens. Corner kick here would be wonderful for the Rhinos to put one in. Pelguda. Far side. Corner kick. Looks like a substitution taking place right now. Coming on, Nate Kraft. Coming on for the Rhinos, replacing number 12, Jason Perry. Kraft replacing Perry. Perry, another candidate for player of the game. He's been solid tonight.
Nate Kraft still getting his indoor legs back. And
tactical adjustment. Looks like Pelguda will move to the middle of the park. Driven ball into the box. Headed forward there by the Rhinos, and a save by the keeper, Chris Islander. And again, Kraft's coming on for Perry. Looks like Kraft will play the left side of defense. Pelguda moves to central defense alongside of Kenny Burtz. Late in the match here, about 7 minutes remaining from rainy, wet, and very cool Seattle, Washington. Long ball there, left-footed forward to Diallo. Nothing happening there. Ball trickles to the Seattle defense, but the pressure comes immediately from the Rhinos. No choice. The Sounders have to go long. Looking for Letou. He knocks it back to Cuellar. Dangerous opportunity again. Cuts it back. Corner of the 18. Left-footed cross. Inside the box. It's trickled into the box there, and no one able to get on the end of it for Seattle again. Cuellar, almost a carbon copy of the goal we saw from Greg House.
Cuellar is just smooth. He just takes his time, puts a perfect ball, and it just bounced right in front of the net.
Great streaky run in there by the Sounders, and he was unmarked. Good chance again from Hugo Alcaraz Cuellar. Flipped forward by Delicat to Diallo. This is Aaron Lyons, the substitute. Nice little left-footed chip into the box. A little too deep there. Islander will take it inside the 6.
Wow, Joe. I tell you, Greg Howes looks like he needs a little break there, and Howes coming out.
So Craig Tomlinson will replace him. To the top of the 18, read well there by Pelguda.
Oldest player on the pitch.
Cuellar chips it out to the far side. Right-footed chip up over just the bar.
Wow.
Over by inches as Cuellar looking for the big man again, Andre Schmid. He's had 2 wonderful opportunities here in the half. That was a crafty little touch there inside the right foot. Tried to chip it over the Rhinos keeper, Chase Harrison. And there's the substitution Sammy was talking about. Craig Tomlinson, who's been with the Sounders for 7 years, replacing the former Rhino Greg Howes, who scored here in the second half with the assist to Cuellar. So the Rhinos having to defend now with a speedster, and Craig Tomlinson replacing Greg Howes. Foul right in the midfield circle. Is Delicat getting tangled up? As the shoe coming off of the Seattle defender, Danny Jackson. Free kick right from the midfield spot for the Sounders. About 5 minutes left here, 84th minute. Long driven ball right down the gut. Flips forward, Chase Harrison up off his line. A little contact there, and Harrison not happy with the touch there from the substitute, Craig Tomlinson. And Harrison went over, had a couple of words, and then helped him up.
Kind of helped him up, said some words. 1-1, Joe. You know how I hate ties, baby. I don't do ties. I don't wear them. I don't like watching them. The bottom line is you got to bring the shootout back. You got it, Joe. Do it.
We got a little bit of a dilemma here. Soccer Sam likes the shootout. We are in the 86th minute. Checking the feed here from USL Live. The Rhinos and the Sounders are tied at 1. Scoring for Rochester, Johnny Menyonger, with the assist to Kevin Novak, his first points of the season. And we'll get back to the feed here as soon as we can from Quest Field in Seattle. Again, your score is 1-1, approaching the end of the match. The Rhinos again in action on Sunday in Vancouver against the defending champion Vancouver Whitecaps. Don't forget the Rhinos back home on May 27th. It's Italian night. Joe Capogreco being honored as the Rhinos taking on Miami FC.
That's right. Wear all your Italy shirts from the World Cup. John Catalano's going to do a nice little video for that. Wear your gold chains. And remember, Josh Bolton's birthday is the night before. Put on the Josh Bolton wig and come out to that game on the 27th next Sunday night.
If you're wondering where the action is, we're waiting for the feed to come back. It finally has come back from Seattle. The Rhinos do have a corner kick on the near side. Thanks to John Catalano for working so hard to get the feed back. So a corner kick here as we're back to action in Seattle. Near side. Can't see who's taking the kick. It's delivered deep into the Seattle box. Right-footed volley by Martinez. Doesn't get through the traffic. And here come the Sounders. Treshik plays it forward. Bisagno with their outside of the right foot. He'll chip it forward. Here come the Sounders. Schmidt laying it back to Letou. Letou to Cuellar. He switches the runner play. Good mixing up here. Headed into the box by the Sounders. No one there right now, and there's a deflection on the play, a handball. The Rhinos will get a free kick inside their own box. Looks like it was Letou who tried to bring it down with the hand. Free kick here for the Rhinos. 87th minute. 1-1 in Seattle. Played inside. This is Palguda. Tries to go back. He does now. He's closed down by the Seattle attackers. Chase Harrison pops one up just over midfield. Up in the air, Jackson wins it. Here's Delicat. Good body off the ball there by Delicat. He's still coming with it. Plays it outside. Left-footed cross from Lyons. Inside the box. Punched away by Islander. Right-footed volley by Martinez. It's deflected over the end line. Great pressure from the Rhinos late in the match. A corner kick coming up. Good stuff here from Ray Martinez and Aaron Lyons with that left foot delivery from the near flank.
Boom, boom.
Always makes something happen.
Man, he spun his whole body around and tried for the nice volley.
I like what I'm seeing from Delhi tonight. Martinez to the 12, headed forward and low. No one there off of it. Everyone playing on the near post there for the Rhinos. Goal kick for Seattle coming up here. 88th minute. No sign of stoppage time just yet. Again, Soccer Sam with Joe Giuliano. And filling in for Don Stevens. Again, our prayers and deepest condolences to Don and his family. His mother passed away this morning. Doing our best. Filling in for the King.
The Don of radio broadcasting.
Delicat, nice little touch. Intercepted by Cuellar. He tries to play it to no one but John Ball. Lines to the far side of the field looking for Martinez. Bisagno clears it away for Seattle. We're going to have 3 minutes of stoppage time from Seattle. Martinez got some space on the far side. Hard driven cross. Knocked away by the Seattle defense. Another corner kick coming up for the Rhinos. And it's going to be Martinez. No, he'll stop his run over to the corner flag. And I think it's going to be Palguda.
I like what I see here, Joe. The Rhinos are going for the victory here. Not just saying we're going to let's leave here with a tie or away. They're going for the victory. They're pressing hard. They're in their back constantly.
Oh, it's Lyons, actually. Lyons, sixth corner kick of the match. Driven in hard by Lyons. Header just off the head of, I believe it was Novak, but it comes back out to Lyons. Good one touch back into Aaron Lyons. At the 18, off the hand of the Seattle defender. There's no call. It's going to roll out of bounds, and another corner kick for the Rhinos. Number 7 of the game. Beautiful ball from Aaron Lyons. Can the Rhinos create some magic late in the match from Seattle? Here's Lyons. Another good service in the box. Islander comes out right in the middle of the 6. Takes possession for Seattle. Very close call there. Approaching stoppage time. Handball would have been a great call for the Rhinos in the box.
It looked like a handball to me from this angle.
Shirley Black to Cuellar now. Here's Schmidt. Some pressure coming from Lyons. He's still got the ball. Drives one hard and in the box. And Burst just backtracking, gets his right foot on the ball to clear it away at the 6. Cuellar shakes away from 2 Rhinos defenders with the left foot. Crosses it in. Chest by Tomlinson. Cuellar again here with the ball. On the near side. Again, nice cutback move. Gets around. Crosses it in the box. Header from Schmidt. Chase Harrison with a diving save. as the Sounders looking to pounce on the ball.
Just snagged it right off from the forward's foot. What a save by Chase Harrison.
What can you say, though? Cuellar with those services, he has been the man.
Great player.
Seattle trying to regroup and get some attack going here in the final moments. 3 minutes of stoppage time from Seattle. The Rhinos, the Sounders are tied at 1. Delicott flicking it forward for Diallo deep into the Seattle territory. Islander comes out. Good job by Diallo to keep it in play. Does it stay in bounds? No, it rolls out of bounds. Throw in for the Rhinos. Referee's assistant says throw in for the Rhinos as Islander decided he had to play it. The pressure coming from Diallo, but I thought Diallo was the one who kicked it. May have been deflected. But Islander felt the pressure. This has got to be a Kenny Burt special.
Great job by Diallo, though.
I think it's a great effort by the whole team tonight. Great hustle, great spirit shown by the team. There's Burt's. We're in stoppage time. Again, they showed 3 minutes. Probably about a minute left. Burt's long throw in the box. Flick to the top of the 18. No one there for the Rhinos. It does fall to Lyons. He shoots with the left. And it's way wide. Actually kept in bounds before it goes out for a throw-in by Diallo. Shirley Black. I'll check that. It's Lyons. Tries to get on Cuellar. The foul is called on Lyons. Cuellar makes a bit of a sloppy tumble. Lyons gets the call against him.
Aaron Lyons tried to go around him and little tugging there of the jerseys, and that happens. And but I tell you, Aaron Kiwi Lyons working hard up that flank.
Long kick. Seattle trying to make something happen here late in the match. Letou looking for Cuellar. Everything is just going through Cuellar tonight. Headed back to Islander. Quickly plays it with the right foot. High in the air at midfield. Sakuda to Bisagno. Long ball with the right foot. Headed forward there by the Rhinos, but Seattle still with possession. See some desperation now. A lot of kicking and running after the ball here. Throwing for the Rhinos. Martinez, no urgency, puts it down. Rhinos taking their time here late in the match. Long throwing from Novak. Flipped in the middle of the field. And that is going to do it for tonight, folks. Your final score from Quest Field in Seattle. The Rochester Rhinos won. The Seattle Sounders won. We will come back with our post-game festivities. You're listening to Rhino Soccer. Welcome back to the beautiful production studios at Paytech Park. I'm Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam and the Rhinos coming back 2 minutes after Greg House scored to tie the game 1-1. And I think the Rhinos really coming out with a very exciting, energetic performance this evening in Seattle.
I thought they dominated play most of the game. A lot of opportunities, a lot of corner kicks, and just unlucky. You hear that in soccer a lot, but they were unlucky. They outplayed them.
I don't know about you, but I'm excited that the Rhinos actually have a day to rest and then go to Vancouver instead of this back-to-back nonsense.
What kind of a day to rest?
You're not playing tonight, playing tomorrow.
Hey, you got to get there, though.
So it's a good result for the Rhinos tonight. 1-1 from Seattle. It's time for the the Salvatore's post-game stats tonight. And let's first start off by recapping the goals this evening coming from Seattle Quest Field. First goal was scored in the 58th minute. Greg Howe scored from Cuellar. Cuellar had a bunch of beautiful and dangerous services this evening. 58th minute, former Rhino Greg Howe from Cuellar. Chipped into the Rhinos' half of the field. No offsides as Cuellar plays with it. Great right foot across into the box. Header! And it's in. Sounders goal. Cuellar makes the assist, and it's Greg Howe. The former Rhino makes it 1-0 Seattle. 58th minute, Greg Howe with the assist, or the goal. Hugo Alcaraz Cuellar scoring, or getting the beautiful assist, goal by Greg Howe. It was 1-0 at that point, but 2 minutes later, 60th minute, the Rhinos knocking back. Johnny Menyonger scoring his third goal of the season with the assist to Kevin Novak. It's Kevin Novak's first points with the Rochester Raging Rhinos. Menyonger from Novak in the 60th minute. Good touch from Martinez. Novak, right foot across. Menyonger from the right side scores! Johnny Menyonger takes it one time out of the air. Ball's bouncing up over the keeper. Menyonger with a one-time finish. The Rhinos have tied the game. It was the 60th minute. Menyonger, Kevin Novak, and you really can't ask for anything more. You're down. 2 minutes later, you come back and tie the game. Talk about getting control back.
You know, we talked about earlier, Howes was still celebrating his goal, and next thing you know, Menyonger scored. It was beautiful.
So that was the scoring for this evening. Howes for Seattle, Menyonger for the Rhinos. And that's a look at the goals tonight. Some other things to take care of here on the post-game show. The Paytech call of the game. This is, again, the Paytech call of the game from the Rhinos and Sounders this evening. Quick turn there by Menyonger. Delicott tries to pick it up. Playing the advantage, a nasty tackle from behind. Great through ball for the Rhinos. Top of the 18, Islander makes a diving save. Great transition here by the Rhinos. Good action, great save. Good evening for Chris Islander, the goalkeeper for the Seattle Sounders. He made 4 or 5 big saves.
He was great in that sense. You know, I thought the calls of the game were our equipment manager, Andrew Schmidt, telling us the substitutions before they actually even happened.
We also got to give a big shout out to John Catalano and Matthew Ford. Stats, substitutions, cards. These guys were the best tonight.
Great assistance here, and I tell you, I've never seen Catalano answer his phone that often. Usually, you know, you get leave a message.
There was the Paytech call of the game. Chris Islander save. Now the Excellus play of the game. Chase Harrison making a wonderful save. This is the Excellus play of the game. Where again here with the ball. On the near side. Again, nice cutback move. Gets around, crosses it in the box. Header from Schmid. Chase Harrison with a diving save as the Sounders looking to pounce on the ball. Good save there by Chase Harrison. He had one mistake tonight when the ball went through his hands there, but otherwise he also made some big. He made some big saves as well.
2 fantastic saves. That last one near the end there. I mean, he just reacted. Just took it right off the forward's foot.
Sammy, time to put you on the spot. Here we go. It's time. The Power Trip player of the game. What do you think tonight?
Number 10, baby. Liberian national team. My man Johnny Menyonger. Proud papa of 2 children. The man can play ball up, down, midfield, up top, wherever you put him. He went up 6'1". The defenders went up and over and head ball. The guy could score. He came right back, scored a beautiful volley. Johnny Menyonger is my player of the game.
Great choice, Menyonger. A great performance all over the field tonight. He is the Power Trip player of the game. Another one, Sammy, the Distilleries Pellegrinos sub of the game.
You know, 2 guys came in at halftime, Diallo and Ray Boom Martinez. Diallo wasn't in this game much, but Boom Boom dominated play. I'm telling you, Ray Boom Boom Martinez, all the Cuban Americans came here tonight in Seattle to see Boom Boom. He's a legend. He's one of the biggest stars ever to play in Cuba, and here tonight got a chance to play in Seattle. He's just up and he was just toying with these guys. Nice cross in the box, had a nice volley, got deflected off the defender. Ray Boom Boom Martinez is my sub of the game.
That's a great choice, and let's not forget Martinez had that beautiful one-touch ball to Novak on the throw-in that led to the goal. Novak threw it in. Martinez with the one-touch, springing Novak down that right flank, and the beautiful cross into the box, and Johnny Menyonger making no mistake there. Great leave on the play like you called during the game by Diallo.
Yeah.
Kind of freezing the Seattle defense for a second. So that's a look at the Paytech call of the game, the Power Trip player of the game, the Distillery Pellegrino sub of the game, and the Excellus play of the game. It's all brought to you by Salvatore's. Your final score again, Seattle 1, Rochester 1. And when we come back, it's you and me again. Welcome to the Heineken Direct Call-In Show, also sponsored by Auction Direct. I'm Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam. If you're just tuning in, the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders tying 1-1 tonight from Quest Field. And it's been a long night, but a fun night. Good result for the Rhinos.
Fantastic result on the road like that. Total domination. Had some time to rest. Bonding. Ford talked about it the other day. This team had an opportunity to bond. 9 days together on the road, hanging out. It's a beautiful thing.
Another game coming up on Sunday for the Rhinos. They are at Vancouver. Now, the Rhinos get a bit of help here because Vancouver is at California tomorrow night. So look at a taste of what the Rhinos had last week.
Coach Galloway said that last week, that every team's kind of has to go through this. We'll see what happens. It kind of backfired on Seattle last time when they went to Portland. They had to come back and play, and they ended up losing. So we'll see what happens. Big game. But other scores in the league tonight, some surprises, I think. I mean, Atlanta is hot right now.
They are hot. They're at the top of the table now after their 3-2 win against Puerto Rico, as the Backs, the real deal so far in the USL First Division, top of the table with 11 points, tied with Vancouver as the number 1 team in the league. Sammy, let's get the number out there. Let's get some calls coming in, and let's talk about the Rhinos' 1-1 draw at Seattle.
346-3000 is the number. 346-3000. Give us a call. And got a special guest in the studio here, Mr. Matthew Ford. If you have any questions regarding next weekend's big three games, maybe the women, the Rattlers. Now, the Rattler guys, those things, are those fishing nets? What are those guys? What are those sticks all about?
I think it's
fishing.
I don't know, Sam. I think it's less stick.
And then Rhinos, Sunday, 6 p.m., Italian Pride Night. Tribute to Joe Capogreco, one of the legends of Italian radio in this city. And I'm really proud of my family came from Italy, well, the relocation program. but
witness protection.
I'm proud. But it's going to be a big night next Sunday.
All right, Matthew Ford now with the headset all set. I got to say this, man. I enjoyed watching the game with you because you got pretty emotional. Kind of flail on your arms and up and down, and I enjoyed watching your actions.
Hey, there was some passion in this booth tonight, and it was all about the game. So it was good. Good to see the Rhinos come back and get a point on the road. I think we played well. Probably could have stole it. I think we took it to Seattle at times, and overall a decent result for us.
How about the energy that they came out with? You could see right away the pressure was so much different than what we've seen before. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean that's how we need to go play on the road, and total contrast to Portland when, as Laurie put it, we weren't at the races. I mean, we just had no energy after the game before in California. So it's good to see the guys with a week's rest going after a team playing at home and really forcing them to play our game. So it was good. We controlled the tempo of the game a lot. They probably had a 20-minute spell, Seattle did, in the second half, but we had to absorb some pressure, and that's when they scored. But we came right back at them and took control again, and if anyone was going to win the game, I think it was going to be Rochester.
I tell you one thing, Cuellar would look real good in a Rhinos jersey. What a service he's got. He's a crafty player.
Yeah, they've got some talent. Obviously, we all know about Greg Howes, and he got the goal tonight coming on the end of a ball.
How does that make you feel? One of our former guys putting one in against us.
It's going to happen. I mean, players move on. Greg wanted to go back and play in his home city, and you kind of wish guys well that give you good service, and so. We obviously want to see guys do well, not necessarily against Rochester, but he's a good player. He's going to score goals. We all know that, indoors and outdoors. And Johnny's hot right now, and it's good to see him continue his streak. But he's doing so much work to get the ball, and he's doing a lot of work off the ball, more than we've ever seen, and it's paying dividends for him. And we've got to get a few more players, moving off the ball, and getting more bodies into attack. And I think we'll start, scoring more than one goal a game.
You mentioned Johnny Menyonger, now the team's leading goal scorer, 3 goals, 1 assist. He's got 7 points on the year. Surpasses Scott Palguda. He's the leading scorer on the team. But maybe this whole bonding thing really did work for the team. It was a different team tonight. This whole week away and guys getting to know each other, it was a good turnout, I thought, by the boys.
Yeah, I think Laurie will be relatively happy with that, and it gives us some confidence going into Vancouver. Obviously, Vancouver play tomorrow night, so we've got to take that edge mentally and physically and take it to Vancouver like we took it to Seattle tonight.
Matthew Ford, great insight. We love having you with us. Stick around because we've got Coach Calloway on the line right now. And in somewhat of a good mood, I'd assume, a 1-1 result in Seattle. Coach, welcome to the post-game show, and congratulations. I found tonight's game very entertaining.
Yeah, it was chances at both ends. In fact, we just got the stats here. I was quite surprised that. Well, I'm not quite surprised really, because I know Chase only had 1 save to make, but it says that Beck had 5 saves, and we're a bit lucky at times, but you've got to carry a little bit of luck on the road. First half, I thought we defended magnificently, and in the second half, other than we lost Housey on the goal out of midfield. Somebody should have tracked him. But the back four and the midfield in general defended very, very well, and we, at the end we had quite a few corner kicks at the end and could have nicked a result, which is sort of how you do it on the road. But I'm upbeat. I'm proud of the players. I think it's hard to get any type of result on the road, and we've got a point. So we'd like to win 3, but we couldn't quite turn it our way.
The Rhinos now have a record of 2 wins, 2 losses, and 3 ties. Coach, the team, from an energy standpoint, looked like a whole different club than we saw last week. They were flying right from the beginning whistle. Had to be happy with their work rate tonight.
Yeah, and I was obviously happy with getting Ambersley 45 minutes. Stepping out forward. It's his first real sort of 45 in the league this season, and he was disappointed that he felt tired and sluggish. But you got to get that 45 in before you can go 50, and 50 in before you can go 60, and 60 in before you can go 90. So you build it in, and we'll give him some more time, obviously up in Vancouver, and so I was happy with that. From his point of view, I was happy with Perry able to get almost through a game completely. He played very well tonight overall, as did all the defenders. But they worked very hard, and they were obviously we didn't travel 1,000 miles on the day of a game, so it's a bit different.
Coach Jenny Menyonger, Soccer Sam, gave him the Power Trip Player of the Game. He really seems to be playing at another level lately. He's done a great job. Your thoughts on his performance tonight?
Well, he's coming up with opportunist goals. I thought in the first half he struggled to get involved. I played him up front with Delhi, and we didn't create much at all apart from the chance with Kramer and a couple of chances from I think Burst came close with a header, but I mean we didn't look effective offensively in the first half with Johnny up there. In the second half, we put him into midfield, pulled Ambersley up, put him in there, put Ahmed up front with him, Diallo, with Delhi. And Johnny's much more effective, I think, playing behind the front too. Although, he didn't have a game like he did against California, I didn't think. Well, I think that was the best game he's played for Rochester since he's been here. Where he scored and he was involved, he was defending and he was doing the whole thing. Tonight, he's got to be ranked up there with the best, star player because he snatched us a point. But, we can see from Johnny, and I'm sure we will as the season progresses.
Coach, Ray Boo Martinez coming in the second half, great substitution move there. He was just dominating that flank. But Matthew Delicott doesn't get the goals, but I got to see it tonight. He just works so hard for the team with the flicks off the head, always getting into space, making things happen. Your views on Matthew's performance tonight?
He's unbelievable. His work rate was immense, tremendous. I mean, I thought he was one of our best players tonight without scoring, which he'd obviously like to do. But his work rate and his ability to keep the ball in there and give us some opportunities in the second half in particular, and just keep defenders honest, really. He's an immense player for us, and we're going to miss him greatly, obviously, on Sunday because he can't go because of the immigration issue. But and he played the whole second half with a really sore groin, so we're hoping it's not going to be too serious. We told him, please don't push it if you feel like it's going to go. Come off. But he battled through. Typical Delhi. He's a fighter, and you got to love him for that. And we just got to get somebody around him who can start putting the ball in the net a little bit more often.
Well, Coach, overall, a good performance. On Sunday, you'll catch, hopefully, a Vancouver team that is exhausted, and you can finish them off at Swangard Stadium. You suffered through that last week, so hopefully you'll get a little payback now with a team that's going to be exhausted.
Well, yeah, they'll come back from California, I guess, isn't it? Tomorrow night. And, hopefully we'll be able to catch them napping like, they'll be in the same situation we've been in. Although they are, obviously, all of these games where we've been traveling nightmare schedules, we've been playing on the road. At least they're coming home, so that's a little bit of a plus for them.
Well, Coach, relax tomorrow. Enjoy the FA Cup final. I'm sure you're pulling for Manchester United.
No, I'm not really bothered. West Brom on in it, so I just want to see a good game. I'm not sure we're going to be able to catch it. Actually, I'll just let my wife report it on what you're going to get home.
We'll tape it for you, Coach. No worries. Great job tonight. We'll talk to you on Sunday from Vancouver.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it as usual. Pleasure.
All right, Laurie Calloway, head coach of the Rochester Rhinos, joining us from Quest Field. It's been a long road trip for the team, and congratulations on the 1-1 result from Seattle. The number here is 346-3000. It's a free call on the Verizon Wireless at star 1040. This is the Heineken Direct Call-In Show, also sponsored by Auction Direct, right here on the Rhinos Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Heineken Direct Call-In Show, also sponsored by Auction Direct. Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam. Your final score from Seattle tonight: the Rhinos won, the Seattle Sounders won. Both teams getting a point in the standings tonight. Some other scores from out of town: Atlanta 3-2 over Puerto Rico. Minnesota was at Miami tonight. Score?
1-0.
I should probably turn on your microphone.
1-0 Miami. Zinho with the goal.
And I hear it was a header?
It was a header.
Which is a bit surprising. So 1-0 Miami over Minnesota at the Orange Bowl. And, of course, the Rhinos and the Seattle Sounders playing to a 1-1 draw. Rochester now has a record of 2 wins, 2 losses, and 3 ties. The Sounders, 1 win, 3 losses, and 3 ties. That's good for 6 points in the USL First Division. Now, tonight, you gave Menyonger player of the game. Chase Harrison, I thought, was solid. Coach talked about Jason Perry. You know, he's working through. He's almost getting a full game, and it's a good sign. I love the way Jason plays with that physical presence.
The whole defense, Jason Perry, you know, Bertz and Pelguda, they're for real, man. And Novak did a good job on the outside. Shirley Black could play, and now you got Nate Kraft coming back. It's just so loaded in the back. I mean, but we've talked about before. We're kind of missing that. You know how they kept on going to your man there, Cuellar? Yeah. They kept on going to him. We're missing that guy that you just give the ball to and he's supposed to feed you back. So hopefully Mr. Ford could make that happen soon. And since we got Mr. Ford here, you think we could snag some tickets from him and give away some tickets?
For trivia?
Yeah.
I don't think. What do you think, Matt? If Matt says go for it.
He's the man.
We got a 4-pack for you, folks. A 4-pack of tickets to the Rhinos and Miami FC. Get to see one of the best Brazilian players in Zinho next Sunday, the 27th, right here at Paytech Park. The Rhinos and the Sounders have met 13 times overall. How many times have they tied?
Ooh.
In 13 meetings overall, how many times have the Rhinos and the Sounders tied? Going back to A-League and USL First Division, the number is 346-3000 or star 1040 on the Verizon Wireless. Give us a call, and we'll talk about the Rhinos and the game. And if you answer the question correctly, you have got 4 tickets to the Rhinos and Miami FC, who was on Fox Soccer Channel this evening, a 1-0 win over the Minnesota Thunder. So, Sam, thanks to John Catalano and Matthew Ford for helping us. They did a great job in the Paytech Park production studio.
I mean, Catalano surprised me. The guy had he had training wheels on his bike till he was 16 years old. But look what he could pull off in the studio. It's
and not
amazing.
once did we see a blue screen.
No, not once. That's his nickname too. But yeah, he did a great job. And Andrew Schmidt, they call him Schmitty. He's kind of the equipment manager for the Rhinos, but he also was kind of our field supervisor telling us what was going on down there. I did see a wide angle, and there looked like there was probably like 5,000 or 6,000 people there. What happened is there's that overhang in Seattle, and I think a lot of people were jammed under there knowing it was going to rain. So that's not a bad turnout for a Friday night in a city like Seattle. But, I have a question for you.
Sure.
New Canadian national team coach, former USL First Division coach for the Whitecaps. Now he's the man in charge, Dale Mitchell. Played forever for the Whitecaps. Not sure if he really left on good or bad terms. Now, if you're the coach of the national team, do you help the team that kind of let you go back in the day and say, I'm going to start using some of your players? You kind of like brush them off. I don't know that team exists.
You help them.
You help them.
You help them. It's going to help you as the national team coach. Just gives you more options to draw from.
The Montreal Impact.
If he doesn't, go to the Vancouver team and utilize some of the Canadian players that they have, he's shooting himself in the foot. Utilize every option you have as a coach and forget about the past.
Forget about the ego thing that happens.
If some coaches can't do it, they're in trouble. I think Mitchell, he's a great choice. He's got a feel for Canadian soccer. I saw some quotes from Greg Sutton. He's excited about the whole change. Jimmy Brennan, the captain for Toronto FC, he's excited about him coming in. So the initial reviews seem pretty positive with Dale Mitchell taking over for the Canadian national team. How about our national team, Bob Bradley?
He was here. You talked to him the other night. What did you think of him?
Well, Sam, I got to be honest. At that level, he knows his X's and O's. He knows the game very well, but you need someone with a little more pizzazz, a little more personality. I just think for the international level, he's boring. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, Alexi Lalas just couldn't deal with him because of that. I mean, you have to. This game needs a spokesperson, and if your national team coach is too stiff, it's not going to help the game.
Not that Bruce Arena was the most friendly, outgoing guy, but he only had that New York charisma and cockiness about him, which that made up his personality. Bob Bradley, I don't know if he's happy or sad. It's just a very hard man to read. He seems very stiff and unapproachable.
And I think that works against players that need that love and kind of feel. A lot of players, especially like the forwards, they need someone's going to hug them, tell them they're great. I don't see that happening from Bradley, but hey, we saw some great stuff though the other night here. Thanks to Matthew Ford and the whole Rhino organization for bringing in Argentina against our under-20 national team. That was some exciting soccer.
I was entertained by the match that night. Alejandro Gomez, number 19 for Argentina, has got Lionel Messi written all over him. Exciting player.
It's very exciting.
Trivia is still out there, Sammy. The Rhinos and the Sounders have played 13 times. How many times have they tied? Give us a call, 346-3000, star 1040 on the Verizon Wireless. You are listening to the Heineken Direct Call-In Show, also sponsored by Auction Direct. Let's take a break. Welcome back to the Heineken Direct Call-In Show and the auction, also sponsored by Auction Direct. Early in the morning, I'm getting tired. Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam, the Rhinos tying the Seattle Sounders 1-1. If you're out there, folks, and you want a shot at 4 tickets, give us a call. The Rhinos and the Sounders have met 13 times overall. How many times have they tied? Give us a call, 346-3000, or it's a free call on the Verizon Wireless at star 1040. And news out of Toronto, BMO Field is falling apart.
Really?
Yes.
Already?
Yes. It's undergoing emergency repairs. Stadium operators ordered the repairs after about a dozen bolt fasteners, 4 inches wide, fell on the concourse on 4 different occasions.
Was that after they threw their seat cushions or before?
That could have been the result of that. So it's good to see Paytech Park still standing strong here. And BMO Field in Toronto, some bolts falling onto the concourse. And I think Soccer Sam got hit in the head by one of those.
When I was a kid, yeah. Speaking, shout out to Dr. Vincent Vella, my dentist here. I had a really bad accident this week. Told you earlier, I fell off my big wheel. And it could have been bad, but he came to my rescue. And
you know what? We gave Catalano and Ford their. You deserve some props tonight. You were supposed to be in bed till Tuesday. You got up off the bed.
This is my job.
Came
baby.
in tonight, and you were a trooper tonight. You were a warrior. I love working with you. And just a shout out to you as well.
It's fun being here. I can't wait for next weekend, though. We know that the Rhinos are in Vancouver on Sunday, and we're all going to be listening to YSL. But next weekend, Friday night, the women's opener, it's going to be something big. A lot of surprise there. Peter Amos and my man Yuri Sankowski, they have some surprises in store for you, so you got to make that game, all you coaches out there. Saturday night, I'm a Rochesterian. I'm going to come and pay tribute to the guys that won the NLL championship, the Nighthawks. They're going to be here at the Rattlers game, kind of hanging out and showing their support for the Nighthawks. A lot of those guys play in both leagues, but that team was forced to go play a championship game in Arizona. Should have been here at the Black and Blue War Memorial. Instead, it ended up being in Arizona because the circus is in town. Tell me if that's not a circus. But that upset me. It was bad for our city. So I'm going to go just for that reason, just to say to those guys, thank you for going there and making our city proud. And then, of course, Sunday night, 6:05 or 6 p.m., Italian Pride Night. The Rhinos take on Miami, the FC, the Blues from Miami. Miami Blues. It'd be a good name for a series.
Your new indoor team.
Yeah, I like that idea. But it's a tribute to Joe Capogreco. A lot of you don't know who this is, but any of you out there that are from your family's from Italy or Italian American, we all grew up. Joe and I grew up with every Sunday morning.
Capo on the radio.
Our moms with the radio blasting, listening,
sauce cooking, smelling the sauce,
and listening to Capogreco doing his thing. The guy gave 40 years of his life to this thing to keep the heritage going. Taught Italian in schools.
Yes.
did a lot of stuff getting groups and clubs together. Well, he's coming here Sunday, and we're going to pay tribute to him for all his dedication to...
according to John Catalano, Joe Capagrego was on the radio before there was radio.
Before there was radio. That's right. That's a long time.
All right, Sammy. The number is 346-3000. We need a break here. Sam's teeth are hurting him. Oh. We'll take a break. This is the Heineken Direct call-in show, also sponsored by Auction Direct. Our final segment coming up. Welcome back to the final segment of the Heineken Direct call-in show. It's also sponsored by Auction Direct. Joe Giuliano with Soccer Sam. Final score from Seattle, 1-1. Rhinos picking up a point, 2 wins, 2 losses, 3 ties on the season. Sammy, we're going to wrap this thing up. Answer to the trivia. The Rhinos and the Sounders have played 13 times. How many times have they tied? Well, 6 wins, 5 losses, and 2 ties. 2 is the answer tonight.
Man, we could have snagged Matthew Ford's tickets.
I know. Beautiful seats, too.
Well, we'll do it Sunday. We'll give away his tickets Sunday. Maybe we'll do 2 trivia Sunday. A little earlier.
Let's ask the same question on Sunday.
We'll try that might work.
Let's wrap this thing up, Sam. 1-1. We had some fun here watching on the big screen. John Catalano, Matthew Ford, huge help. Andrew Schmidt. And, it's a little different. I hope it was good for everyone listening.
I think the people that are out there, I think you did an amazing job, Joe.
Thank you.
And it was harder than it seemed. You made it seem easy. And I was struggling. I couldn't see anything out there, and I don't know how you're pulling it off, but you did a fantastic job. I just want to end it tonight with a little kind of a nice shout-out. A lot of you are home, the radio on, ready to go to bed. Those of you that do the prayer thing, I'm asking for a little favor here. I got a little buddy of mine, Dante Master Simone, kind of intensive care, Gal Sound Children's Hospital, struggling with his life, doing his thing. His family's good friends of mine from way back, soccer family, the Master Simone family. If you could, say a little prayer tonight for little Dante and hope he gets through this little challenge in his life. And we'll see you Sunday, baby.
Dante, God bless you. I'll say 2 prayers for you tonight, buddy. Get yourself back. And Sammy, thanks for everything tonight. John Catalano, thank you for all your help. Matthew Ford, thanks for your help. Andrew Schmidt, without these guys, this whole thing would not have been pulled off. The Rhinos would not have been on the radio tonight. Thanks to everyone's help. Soccer Sam and I will be back with you on Sunday, 9:30 pregame from Vancouver's Swangard Stadium. And who knows, maybe we're back doing play-by-play again. And again, our final condolences and prayers go out to Don Stevens and his family. Again, hopefully Don will be back to join us shortly as he takes care of some personal matters with his family. So thank you to everyone for listening. We'll talk to you on Sunday. I'm Joe Giuliano saying ciao for now.
Salvatore's Pizza. We deliver everything but babies. Let Salvatore's cater your next event, your party, your bash. Salvatore's sub platters, 32-piece sheet pizzas. Salvatore's wrap platters, 100-piece trays of chicken wings, and complete setup and go catering. Salvatore's 234-5555 or online 234-5555.com. Salvatore! 234-5555.